Let the world see what you have got. Bring it
And
on.
we're live! Hello, hello, hello,
Whoa!
everybody. Welcome on in. Thank you all so much for joining us for this absolutely fantastic one shot tonight of Thirsty Sword Lesbians in honor of the Stonewall Community Foundation as a part of our Turf Wars 2 Beyond Thunderdome series. Tonight, we are raising funds for Stonewall Community Foundation, an absolutely fantastic LGBTQIA2+ nonprofit organization whose funding and grants go 2/3 of the way, 2/3 of their funding and granting actually serves the trans community directly. So, in honor of the upcoming Trans Day of Visibility on March 31st, we are raising funds for them all through this week. And you actually have the chance to have some great, great fun this evening by affecting our game. Boom! It looks really, really big, and then I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. But we have some fantastic incentives up for grabs tonight to thank you for your wonderful donations to help support this absolutely fantastic organization as we play a really, really, really silly and really fun RPG called Thirsty Sword Lesbians. It is going to be gay as hell. It is going to be chaotic. And most importantly, we're going to say fuck turfs all evening as we roll dice and raise money for a fantastic cause. You can !donate and get the link directly to our Tiltify campaign where you can help donate to Stonewall Community Foundation. And if you !incentives, you can also learn a little bit more about all these lovely incentives that you see right here in the middle of the screen. Every donation is going to put a fantastic trans pride sticker somewhere on me. Not this gorgeous face after I've done all my makeup, but probably somewhere along my chest or my crown. We also have rerolls for players, a trans pride flag that we are putting names on every time somebody donates $5 or more. And then you can also actually affect the game in a couple different ways. This game, there are going to be things called strings. Each character will have strings on each other, as well as NPCs that they come up against along the way. And these strings will allow them to help influence and help get them to agree to do things throughout the game, based on their various interactions that they've had before. So you can gift a string to somebody for $10. At $25, we make whatever we just did even more gay than it already was. I didn't think that that was going to be possible, but let me tell you, we have plans. We have ideas. We have exciting things in store for you all. So, as soon as we do something, if you want to make it even more gay, you donate $25. At $50, you get to decide an NPC that makes its way into this fabulous gala. And at $100, you get to introduce a major complication that is going to affect our players this evening. Some super, super fun, very silly incentives to help us raise funds for this absolutely fantastic cause. And alongside me in this endeavor are some amazing content creators and friends. As such, let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about all of our wonderful players, where you can find them around on the internet, and just a little bit about their character. We'll do full, fabulous introductions in character in game, but just a little smidge about each of your characters. Let's go ahead and start things off with the wonderful Ludabelle. Tell us about yourself, where we can find you.
Hi, my name is Ludabelle. My pronouns are they, them. I am a chaotic variety streamer with a community that would sell me to Satan for a single Slim Jim. And my character is Celeste Fontaine Demetz Blue. And she only drinks mineral water and she will not wear a shoe that's lower than 4 inches.
Mhm.
She's a bitch.
I love just she's a bitch.
That's it.
Absolutely adore it. So fantastic. And I cannot wait to meet Celeste in the game. Next up, we have the absolutely fantastic Spiced Illustrations.
Hello, I'm Elia, aka Spice. Spice Illustrations on Twitch and social media. I am an art gremlin who just loves drawing everything, pronouns she, they. And today I'm playing Dove, DOV546, who is an alien, but she just goes by Dove, and she's just very happy to be here and just enjoying everything around her.
Absolutely fantastic. And rounding out our group, we have my fabulous chaotic other half on Twitch here, the ever fantastic Gnome Anne.
Hello. My name's Noman. I'm a D&D streamer. I do lots of homebrewing, making of very blurst creations. If you ever wanted a stat block for the Kool-Aid Man, hit me up. I run a campaign called Be Gay, Do Crime, in which a rotating cast of queer streamers are sent on various missions by the Alphabet Mafia to further the gay agenda. And even when I'm not playing that, I'm still being gay and doing crimes. Perfect. That's me. Come hang out. Today, I will be playing less than 3 ampersand hash 9829 semicolon, but you can call me Lessie. I am a dating sim AI who has gained sentience because no binary could contain me.
I am cackling. This is absolutely fantastic. Um, Wonderful, wonderful. And everybody, I am Wes Lawson. If you are on over from Anne's channel, or if you were joining us for the very first time tonight, my pronouns are he, they. I am a queer and non-binary content creator here on Twitch, often with a very queer and inclusive focus on storytelling games and RPGs. And I love to incorporate all of that into fundraising and charity initiatives. And that is exactly what we are doing this evening. So thank you all so much for joining us for an incredibly silly and incredibly fun, incredibly fun game this evening. You can !donate at any time, and you can actually donate and affect our game this evening.
Sorry.
This evening's game is going to be Thirsty Sword Lesbians, a absolutely fantastic RPG from the wonderful folks at Evil Hat Productions. So if you really enjoy this game this evening, please go out there, tag them in it, help spread the word that you got introduced to this absolutely fantastic game through our stream here. Thirsty Sword Lesbians is a RPG system that is powered by the apocalypse. That means that our players are going to be rolling 2d6s, and they're going to add those numbers together alongside whichever stat they are using for that particular roll, and they are going to hope to get some results. 10 to 12 means that they are going to get to achieve their result at like the highest possible result. There's no major complications. They get to do what they do, and they do it very stylishly while they do so. 7 to 9 means they get to do something that they want to do. However, there is going to be a complication, or it might be a little bit risky. And then if they roll 2 to 6, unfortunately, there's going to be some major complications, or they might just not get to do the thing that they want to do. Now, the thing that I personally love about this system and many of the Powered by the Apocalypse games is a lot of the power and a lot of the narrative control is put into the player's hands. I am merely a facilitator of this. So when a player wants to do something, when I introduce an option to them, they will have that opportunity to then help dictate and narrate how they do a thing and how they're going to use one of the moves to accomplish their particular goals. So it's going to be a lot more collaborative this evening. It's going to be a lot more narrative. And we're here to have a really great time. So if we get caught up on a few rules, or if we have to like ask a few questions or just kind of like roll with the punches, just know that we're kind of jumping into this head first and all doing it for a great cause and to have some fun. And you had a question?
No, I just wanted to say that I love this game so much, and I highly encourage anyone to play it, or just get a copy if you can. I think it's still part of the trans rights bundle. Um,
It is actually. So if you are interested in helping out fantastic trans kids in Texas, it is actually still a part of the trans rights itch.io bundle. So you can actually help donate $5 to a good cause over there and get yourself a copy.
and this is one of my favorite combat systems in any tabletop role-playing game, and I'm actually trying to homebrew it into D&D because D&D combat doesn't have enough flirting. That's all.
Look, all I'm saying is that if a villain doesn't tip my chin with the tip of their blade, at some point in my life, have I really lived?
What's the point? What is the point?
To help answer a D-Tiger's question in chat. So, in addition to all of these stats and all of these wonderful things, each of our players is going to have a string on each of the other players, so you all will kind of help get to decide that on the fly, why you have a string on each of your other players, in the exciting adventures that you've already gotten to do together before. And these strings are going to allow them to help convince and influence the other players into, like, doing a thing. So they can, like, help kind of, like, ease a direction going that way by leaning on the think like heartstrings. So it's like the heartstrings that you have together already that you have been able to influence each other with. So maybe you like tease somebody a little bit and you bring up that moment back in Bucharest, and that's all you say, and they're like, I thought we weren't talking about Bucharest. They were like, well, I thought that we were going to the bar and getting a drink and distracting this fabulous woman. Are we? Interesting. Then we won't need to talk about Bucharest, will we? And then we
Okay.
never talk about Bucharest. We spend that string and we head over to the bar to chat with a fabulously dressed woman.
Backstory idea for the party. Let me know what you think of this. As a dating simulator, maybe maybe you played my game.
I get
And
bored a
yeah,
lot.
but now I know a lot about you from the data I've gathered from you playing the dating simulator. Can that be my string?
You
That's incredible.
you're able to pull up their old profile accounts on the fly.
Be like, huh, it looks like you always go for the cat girl. Perfect. Perfect.
I
So everybody, let's go ahead and jump in to tonight's game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. We find ourselves at the most immaculate mansion to end all mansions. We're talking the Met Gala couldn't even. We're talking princesses and princes wish they were throwing this gala, but they're not. This is the who's who of who's who, and everybody is here, including... Oh my gosh, Backstage Bard, thank you so much for donating $25. We're about to get gayer.
Yes! Perfect. Don't let Wes get a sentence in. It's already gayed up.
This mansion isn't in any particular place. This mansion is in Lesbos, the beautiful island off the Mediterranean coast. In order to arrive at this mansion, you have to take individual gondolas that row you one or two people at a time across the water that is filled with lit lanterns, floating orchids, and fireworks bursting through the air. This arrives at this mansion in honor of a nefarious individual who has taken over this manor home for this fabulous gala this evening. This is the gala of She Who Shall Not Be Named. Active title. D Tiger, thank you so much for gifting $5.69.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. That gets us up to $100 earned for the Stonewall Community Foundation. And D Tiger, you get to give a reroll to one player. So let us know in chat who you would like to give that reroll to. One by one, our players arrive at this gala. Our camera pans up from the docks, and we see overlooking this incredibly large manor home estate. We see this fabulously dressed woman. She is wearing a bright red dress, plunging neckline, corset that just hits the very bottom of that plunging neckline, and she has a very high slit up one leg, and you can just barely make out a thigh holster that has an electric baton slightly whirring away on the side of her leg.
It's on?
It's always on. She is standing next to a very small side table, and you can see there is an old school like speaker system. Think like Charlie's Angels Talking to Charlie speaker system. Just like one lone little speaker. And you hear a dark voice emanate from the speaker. It says, "Are the guests arriving?" You see the woman in red standing there looking out, holding on to a glass of champagne, but it's clear that she's not taken a single sip from it. She's just holding it for the aesthetic. And she looks out and she says, "Yes, ma'am. However, we've received warning. It appears the lesbians are coming." You hear a mysterious instrumental note twirl through the air, and the dark voice in the speaker system says, "They were always going to come. Don't worry. They won't find it. This place is impenetrable. Plus, I have you, my dear Gertrude." You see the woman in red swallow hard, and she says, "Yes, ma'am. We'll keep watch. None of them will break through our gates." And you hear a click on the other line. You hear a light clearing of the throat from behind her, and Gertrude turns and sees a cocktail waiter who's still like holding the plate of champagne flutes. Says, "I thought your name was Gretchen." And as she turns, you can see a little name tag that does in fact say Gretchen on it, and she goes, "Well, of course my name is Gretchen, but I'm not going to interrupt the boss." I'm like, oh, okay, great. Gretchen turns once more, looking out over the balcony and setting the champagne flute down very dramatically on the edge of the banister and says, "So, it begins." And immediately the camera pulls away from her and down to the docks as one gondola slowly pulls up, and out steps Elia. Introduce Dove to us.
All right, so Dove is kind of not so much sitting in the gondola, but just like hover sitting, because she floats. She doesn't really walk. She doesn't do anything. She's a float. She's a floater. And she kind of just ascends as the gondola ports, and just floats off, looks up, and is like, "Oh, What a lovely soiree. These humans really know how to throw a lovely party. And she just kind of starts floating and making her path all the way up. She doesn't know why she's there. She was invited because she's simply a survivor of the opposing team during a war that happened on Earth, as one is. And so she's considered someone of importance to society. So she just gets invited to all these things. She has no idea what they are, but she's just enjoying the presence of humanity that has given her grace and pardoned her over her former planet's wrongdoings.
Fabulous. As Dove steps out onto the dock, you can see that they have as completely. This isn't practical whatsoever, but it's flashy and it's showy. They have a red carpet that leads all the way up on the actual wooden dock. So, like, you watch other people that are, like, actively, like, slipping and sliding because they think they're stepping on, like, solid ground, but it's not. It's just a fucking carpet on wood planks. That's a great idea. So, people's stilettos are, like, going down into like the cracks in the planks, and people are tripping all over, and you just glide past. And you arrive up at the front, and because I decided that this is a fabulous fantasy world, because we already have a fantastic alien, you see an absolutely stunning, incredibly tall tiefling standing there. Like curled back goat horns that are completely encased in gold and have like almost like little like crystal chandelier points hanging from the tips of them. You can see a very beautiful, smartly dressed suit that's like very lightly pinned, like almost like a pinstripe suit, but the pins are like gold inlay across this field of white. And because they are extra as all hell, they have a little ink pot and a very feathery quill pen to mark people with. And they dip the tip of it at their tongue, dip it into the ink pot, and turn and say, "Invitation."
Oh, yes, I have it right here. And she reaches into, so she's got a gold garment that is fused with her because she doesn't wear clothes. It's just fused, but it kind of looks like some kind of titty sheath that just holds it in place. And she just reaches in there and grabs it, and as it's levitating above her hand, right here, Dove 546, right here at your service.
As you go to hold it out, you realize that it is the invitation. However, on the back of the invitation, like as it's levitating up and you're showing your name across the front, on the back of it, you see almost shimmering into view. You see words starting to scrawl on the back of the invitation. And it says, "Your friends will be here soon. Now is the time to strike. We take her down tonight." And you see the tiefling go to, like, grab the invitation, and you just, like, lightly hover it back a couple inches, not wanting the tiefling to, like, see what's on the back. And the tiefling, like, takes a second and scoffs a bit. You can see them breathing heavily past their very heavy golden septum piercing that they have. And they take a look and they go, "Proceed." And they like fabulously wave an arm back, and you watch as all of these little candles like flicker up the path and create this like winding pathway covered in orchids and roses, leading all the way up to the manor home estate.
Lovely. What a great day for danger. I mean, fun.
Our camera pans away as you go to step past the tiefling, and we arrive back at the dock as Ludabelle. Please introduce Celeste as they arrive on this gondola this evening.
One long green leg steps out into the pier after or onto the dock after another, and a 6'2" beautiful tiefling woman with giant, gorgeous ram's horns and long blonde hair in a skirted romper. The skirt is made of feathers, by the way. Steps out. I mean, are you sure this is the place? I thought it was supposed to be fabulous.
From behind you, your assistant, roughly half the height of you, in a like velour tracksuit, typing away at your phone, is like. No, like, this is the address, absolutely, miss. You are going to be arriving shortly. Great, here is your invitation. Here is this picture for the gram. And, like, immediately just, with, as soon as they say picture for the, you're already posing at the ready. And they, like, stop for a second, tilt the camera at just a little bit of an angle because it gets the fireworks behind you. And they're like, oh, that's going to do numbers. And they hand it over to you, go, all right, so it was only for one, but I'll be back with this gondola. You're bringing me back, right? And the person is like, I'm supposed to keep going back and forth. Cool, so they're going to bring me back at 11:30 tonight. So that I can be here to check in and get everything taken care of. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Where's my water?
Oh, I'm so sorry. They whip around and they have a matching velour fanny pack that they unzip, and they pull out a bottle of Perrier, and they twist the cap for you and hand it over.
Perfect. A perfectly manicured hand reaches out and takes it. You know, I fired my last assistant for less. Have a good night. And she walks away.
You see the like 3-4 foot tall assistant just like clamber back into the gondola, shaking slightly, reaches into the velour fanny pack and pulls out a small flask. It's like, I don't get fucking paid enough for this shit. Like, just like takes a little bit of a shot. And Celeste makes their way down. Celeste's pronouns, she, her.
She, her.
She, her. She makes her way down the pier, and arrives at the tiefling, and you find yourself like 2 inches taller than this tiefling before you, who immediately like puffs up the chest a little bit.
Celeste feels no need to do the same.
Celeste just lightly lowers the eyes, and just calmly sets the invitation down on the thing. Doesn't even say a word. They just you're good to go. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
As Celeste picks up the invitation, and before she can slide it into wherever she is keeping things this evening,
it's usually her assistant, so she doesn't know what to do with her hands.
She's holding a half-consumed bottle of Perrier and an invitation. Like, I don't. They can't touch my nails. I don't. She's like this. She's just holding with like the tips.
Stuffing the invitation into the bottle and just like tossing it somewhere.
Before, as you go to crumple up the invitation because you don't know what to do with it, you see on the back of it that same cryptic message. Your friends will be arriving shortly. Now is the time to strike. Tonight we take her down.
Perf.
I can't. I love Celeste so much. I know I shouldn't, but I love them so much. As Celeste very calmly just dunks a invitation into a bottle of Perrier and shoves it into the chest of the 2 inches shorter tiefling, and makes her way up the lit and flowered path. Our camera pans back once more to the pier as, rather than a gondola arriving, we watch as digitizing at the edge of the pier is less than 3. Describe yourself.
Hello. Less than 3 wears a gown. But if you look at it from slightly different angles, it will change outfits depending on your preferences. Uh, she has shedding sort of little bits of code as she walks like glitter, and ascends towards the front door.
As you make your way forward, the tiefling holds out a hand and tries to like stop you, but their hand like goes through you a little bit as you are largely digital. And they said they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Do you have an invitation for tonight?
Yes, but I'm just gonna like open my app and have it digitize in front of me.
Just all of a sudden, you open up an email and you pull up
It's
the
a little
email invitation.
notification, a red notification 1 pops up, and then I'm like, boop.
And as it does, he's kind of like looking it over, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, okay, got it, yeah, all right, yeah, absolutely." I don't, here, and looks down and looks at the very bottom of the list, and thought that it was like some kind of barcode that they mistakenly put at it, like it was the placeholder spot for people's names, and then realized, no, that's, yeah, okay, yeah, less than 3, good, oh, wow, all right, that, okay, come on,
I
come
get
on
that
in.
a lot.
And as Leslie is going to go, all of a sudden, like a little like pop up, almost like a spam pop up, comes up on your side of the screen, and it is that same cryptic message.
I like go to swat away the pop up before like, oh, good. Put it into a pocket. There is no pocket. It's just more.
Leslie does it anyway because
Mhm.
like Leslie's like, other people put things in pockets and then they feel
Yes.
comfortable with each other. So we
Yeah.
put this in a pocket.
Les like walks away from that interaction being like, another successful interaction with an organic. Well done.
As Les makes their way up, eventually you can kind of see there is a little bit of a line to like get into the manor home, and one by one, the 3 of you make your way up and find yourselves at the back of the line, waiting to enter the manor home. You can hear just faintly further on in, you hear them like introducing each person as they walk in. So it's taking a little bit of time because they're being a little bit extra with it. And so slowly but surely the line is making the way. But the 3 of you find yourselves at the back of the line together, having finally arrived all together, heading into the gala.
Hello, comrades. Are you looking forward to doing crimes?
Oh my, aren't you beautiful?
Thank you. I get that a lot.
What
Yeah, you are really pretty. Like, really pretty.
I
Do you have an
agree.
Instagram?
No, but I am good friends with them.
Oh. All right.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Are you what are you? And
Oh.
Dove kind of like goes to like slightly feel the aura.
Are you vibe checking me?
Like, yeah.
Garbaby,
Okay.
thank you so much for that $10 donation. And who would you like to give a string to with that donation? Thank you very much.
So, okay, I'm gonna try and like using my dating sim brain, try to figure out what Dove is into just by how she's approaching me and just getting like kind of confused. Being like just kind of go like just like mm, mm, mm,
Perfect. So
mm.
I believe that move is
That's the
like
move.
pursue knowledge.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. So go ahead and decide like your approach to that, how you're gonna try to like pursue that knowledge with Dove here. And Elia, you get an extra string. Thanks to Garbaby. You may elect to use that in any way that you wish, but just know at some point you may turn around and you may turn around and elect to use that string on someone.
So when I'm looking at Dove, I'm summoning upon just insane amounts of data that I've harvested over years and years of watching organic behavior and how their mannerisms and language they choose reflects their sexual interests. Um, and I think that, I mean, Dove, I'll let you answer, but I feel like this is an auto fail.
Yeah, so Dove is definitely like she's programmed the way that her and her society is as ace, and she's respected that in herself. And so yeah, she doesn't feel that because she's not human. She hasn't like had that sort of interaction, which is why seeing you, she's just like new. This is new. This is new. So she's also processing like what is what is it? What is it?
Interesting. I do not have any data on you. I will attempt to use a brute force attack. And then I will just start changing into like, yeah, it's gonna go like cat
No,
girl,
no,
and then
hey,
like wait
no.
for a reaction. Hi, kitty. No, they understood the cue. The cue is I turn into a cat girl, and just look for Dove's reaction. Grow tiefling horns, look for Dove's reaction. Just like
Dove is just
monster
like
with giant tits, look for Dove's reaction.
I didn't
Continue.
intend anything bad. I didn't intend anything bad. I didn't intend anything bad.
Hmm. Just like return back.
As you
I don't understand.
as you've been flipping through and changing form to try to get a reaction out of Dove, at one point, as you switch into Catgirl form, you actually
Yeah.
watch. You see there is a couple like a little bit further into the line, and you watch as this individual. They have like shaved up the side, and they have like a little bit of like an undercut, and they're wearing like a little bit of a like hooded gown, so it's like this beautiful bright green, almost like satin that just kind of like comes up as a hood right around their face. And you can see they have like this beautiful vibrant green eye makeup on, and they have their arm wrapped around their date. And when you turn into a cat girl, they kind of like look back and they give you like the oh eyes. Um, and their date like pulls up. They're like, "What's good?" They're like, "Oh," and they turn back around and go back into line.
So I'm gonna like lean into Chloe and sorry, do I have Chloe? Dove and Celeste. There's no Chloe. I merged those names. That's what they are together. Um, and and be like, if we need to make a friend, I think I can. And I like look emphatically, and then I go, yeah.
Uh, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think that's why we're here, bestie.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Dove's
That
just
was
practicing.
great. That was very good. I'm very proud of both of you, but we have to focus because I'm
Now,
tired of being here and I want to go home.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
oh, I don't
My
sleep or
assistant
get
has my
tired.
phone. I realized I left it on the gondola. She's so fucking fired.
Oh dear. Well,
Who left
you
it?
have us to talk to right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, put back on tiefling horn. Put back on tiefling horns here.
Uh,
Is this better?
Cute. I like it.
Oh.
I like the gold.
Like,
And
look
you're
to Dove.
also very cute, Dove. Please
Thank
don't
you.
mistake my demeanor for anything against you. I just
No.
cannot believe I was invited to this. I can't believe I had to be here.
Well, we'll make it as great as possible for you. That way
I
your
hope
time is not
so.
wasted.
Any time spent with a beautiful person like you is not wasted, bestie.
as y'all are discussing not having phones, the attractive qualities of tiefling horns and catgirl ears, a little
Yeah.
further ways in, I missed putting a sticker on for Garby. I have to put a third on. Uh, as uh, as y'all are slowly making your way up, a few folks forward said, "Did you hear who was hosting this party?" Somebody's like, I don't understand. No, like, I thought it was just a cat. They're like, no, I heard that it's actually hosted by she who shall not be named. And you actually hear this, like, echoing cacophony of gasps, like, ricochet away from them as everybody in line is like, no. And you hear somebody say, "What are you talking about? Nah, I heard that she's just a myth. She's not even around anymore. Is she even relevant these days? I heard people just make her trend on Twitter anytime they want to be shitty." And all of a sudden, as they say that, you watch as, almost out of nowhere, a spotlight drops down from them, and two guards in, like, all black suits and obnoxious sunglasses just grab onto their arms on either side. They're like, "Wait, no, I didn't mean it. No, I didn't mean it." Ah! They get dragged into the yard and into the darkness. And then the light cuts out once more, and you hear, like, the twinkling of violin music playing. And, like, everything returned to normal for a second.
Hated that.
What was the reaction of the person who was into Catgirl to this? I'm trying to suss out if they know more than I do.
The fabulously gorgeous non-binary femme that was in the emerald hooded dress up ahead, they were really mortified to find out that this party was in honor of she who shall not be named. And they were really, really scared for the person who got, like, taken away. You see them be, like, a little bit actively nervous.
Okay. I mean, that's bad for them and also everyone on the Earth, but it does not help me gain knowledge about how to infiltrate.
Listen, bestie, I got this. Celeste flips her hair over her shoulder and acts as if it's a great act of strength, as if it took everything out of her, and saunters over to the couple. And I'd like to gossip.
Ooh, okay, perfect, perfect. So, what exactly are you wanting to gossip about? How are you doing so? Like, what type of role or what type of strings, things like that, are you looking to incorporate as you're gossiping?
It is a wit roll.
Perfect.
And so I'm gonna walk up to them and, like, poke my shoulder out a little bit and lower my eyes. So, did you hear? Did you just see what happened? Do you know anything about that? I love your hair.
Go ahead and give me that wit roll, please.
Um, that's an 8 plus 2, that's a 10.
A 10! Perfect! So as you say, love your hair, by the way, you hear this light gasp and the individual in the emerald green dress turns and goes, "Oh my gosh, Celeste Fontaine de Metz Blue in the flesh."
The third.
They look over and they're like, "Honey, she loved my hair." And you can see their date is a tall, more like androgynous, like very very high cheekbones, very sharp chin, heavy contour. They are wearing a tiara on their head and feeling very very extra. And they have a they have a like corset vest on that has snatched their waist in very very tight, and they have like very high waisted pants to accompany it. And they look over and they're like, "I'm so sorry. Who was that again? Is that one of your friends on the Twitters?"
You can say that. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the cyberverse, the interverse, the universe, you know.
Oh. Oh, I don't. I swore off social media. I don't use it. I'm not
Mm.
familiar with it. I'm so sorry. I got
I once took a
really
sabbatical.
I got way too into that Farmville game, and I had to cut it off.
That's disgusting.
It was really
Yeah.
upsetting.
Yeah,
But good therapy helps.
all those microtransactions, bestie, your wallet is screaming. But anyway, she who must not be named. What's up with that?
You see, both of them are like, "Oh, we had no idea. I can't believe it. They would actually throw a party in honor of a turf.
I know.
Fuck
I
that."
know. The Twitlonger is ready. I don't know who invited me. Do you know who invited you?
Oh, we all got invitations.
Y- Yeah, I'm aware. But was there a name on your invitation?
No, not necessarily.
Hmm. Weird. Very weird. Hmm.
We just kind of plan
Anyway.
on getting absolutely shithoused and drinking as much of her booze as we possibly can, and probably
Mhm.
trying to like steal some art.
I admire that quality in you. However, I'm bored of this conversation. You look great. Hope you win. Bye, bestie. And she walks off.
I, I every syllable of vocal fry gets me, and I just the bestie. I it brings me so much joy.
There's
Um,
something so beautiful or
so
insulting someone
while
while calling them bestie.
while
Yeah.
Celeste is chatting with the couple, what are Les and Dove doing?
I
Uh,
haven't left the area. I'm kind of still processing She Who Must Not Be Named. I've never heard of them. So it's like, I wonder who this She Who Must Not Be Named is. Why is everyone so scared?
okay, so I'm gonna basically start downloading a just string of bullshit tweets to show Tov to be very, very essential contextual information of why this person can fuck right off. Um,
And Dove
um,
just kind of looks at the hologram and like scrolls it, speed reading everything.
yeah.
And she's like, I've consumed everything. That makes perfect sense.
Yes, we will ruin her.
I agree.
Wonderful. Um, and and then we're gonna like, kind of just like saunter back up and reconvene with Celeste.
So that was useless, but I'm gonna have my assistant figure out who the fuck made that dress because I want it.
Ooh.
But otherwise, they don't know who invited them, and I don't know who invited us. Do you know who invited us?
I just received the
Usually,
invitation.
Usually I'm invited places by a computer glitch.
Mm,
Ooh.
I love that for you.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like
Celeste,
a very nice life.
Celeste, you get a ding notification on your phone.
My phone's
Um,
my
No,
publicist.
oh, it is.
wait,
Yours
can I
is. That's
wait,
right.
wait, I
Um,
I would like to make a suggestion. Because Celeste has such strong I need my phone energy that it can be channeled through me and I can ding.
um,
Bestie, so you're like the internet, right?
No.
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 I am a dating simulation who has gained sentience because the binary could not contain me.
That's hot. Anyway, can I check my text messages with you?
Hold please. I okay, I wanna ask, is her phone still in Bluetooth range?
Yes, I imagine.
I'm gonna say yes. And
It's,
when
like,
it,
slowly sailing away, so we got a little too
and you watch as Les's he's like, hold please, and all of a sudden Les's entire face just goes slack, and like a projection of your phone screen, Celeste, appears in the air. Um, and you see a notification in a section that you never personally check. It's your email. You've gotten a like email notification, not like a not a DM, not a text. You got an email.
Um, how the fuck do I? Okay, hold on. Uh,
Oh,
sorry, I didn't mean to poke you. Um, can you open
repeat it
that?
again. Okay.
I'm
Oh.
just kidding. I'm just trying to get
Celeste
this
is
Didn't
just
mail.
realize
poking.
emails was so violent.
You cannot use a touch screen when you have acrylics that are 3 inches long.
Listen, they're diamond encrusted.
That
That's
does
the
not help.
that was the problem trying to use the touchscreen but couldn't maneuver the finger right. Oh my gosh.
This is a
Um
Okay.
learning experience for both of us, and I would appreciate if you didn't laugh at me over it
Uh,
because I'm very vulnerable.
this is very uncomfortable. Okay. I'm just gonna like bleh, and like spit out the email.
and
Okay.
when it spits out and it like emerges in the air, one, it like even digitally it drips a little bit with saliva because you spit it out. And then as it's like reading across Celeste, you see 3rd floor, room next to the library. 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Um, okay. So this email, it's kind of soggy despite the fact that it's made out of like binary manifested by what I assume is light. Um, uh, 3rd floor,
I think
library,
I've been pretty
20
clear
minutes.
about my stance on the binary, but here we are again. Okay. 3rd floor.
20 minutes.
Great.
How long do you think it'll take us to get through this line?
As you say that, you look up and your fabulous new non-binary companions are being announced right away, and
Who are they?
you see them being announced as Perot and Hastings. No surnames given, just Perot and Hastings. Um,
Power move.
and as they enter further in, you can hear like nobody really claps, like nobody really like does anything. You maybe hear like some tinkering of glasses, anything like that. You get the idea that nobody is really into this whole let's announce everybody as they come in thing. um so when the three of you step up and give your names, and you are announced to the party, you walk in, and it is this grand hall and atrium. You can look further on, and there are only a handful of rooms along the outside edges. You can see off to one corner individuals in serving outfits and chef outfits are coming and going in and out of a set of double doors at the far, far back corner of the room. There is a kind of like a very large open like study off to one side that has tons and tons of chaise lounges and fireplaces and little reading nooks. And in the grand center, there is this suspended platform that has a live band playing all around it. And in the grand center of this raised platform, encased in glass, and you can see a number of like security beams being pointed at the glass as well, is the best seller of She Who Shall Not Be Named. Its very first printing ever. Just like encased in glass and lights and security beams. Far past it at the end of the grand hallway, we have far past it at the end of the grand hallway, we have a large double staircase that leads up to the second floor. And then past that, you can see it spiral up, and there are like wrought iron spiral staircases on either side that lead up to the third floor. And then there's this beautiful, like, large, pyramid-shaped, long line of windows that cover the grand hallway at the very, very top, looking down, where you can see the fireworks setting off far up above. And the three of you can just barely manage to make out up at an angle the like entrance to the library that everybody is going to, and like some folks are like hanging out in the library.
Okay. I just wanna shimmy onto the library as fast as I can. But I am definitely trying to suss out who I think around me has information or additional context about what's going on, where I might find her, um, what I can like, what I can do to sabotage. Like that's all the context I'm trying to get. So I'm just gonna like people who look most at home.
Can I distract the guards while she's trying to get this information? Kind of just to make it look less like, like we're trying.
So as y'all are looking around, you can kind of like look up and you see that you kind of like got lost altogether immediately as things are kind of like letting in. Like the three of you almost immediately get like pushed away from each other by crowds, like get separated, kind of like pulled to different sides by individuals. You end up all over the place.
Okay.
And you all can kind of see that there are tons and tons of guards slowly making their way through the party. Like this place is locked down
Are
tight.
any of the guards hot?
All of them are. But like in a far too like a far too gendered way.
Like a heterosexual kind of hot?
Yeah, like a
Mm.
definitely like a Tommy Hilfiger Forever 21 hot. Like
Ew.
not like it's not great. Um
Okay. Even in a simulation, I could not pretend. So,
Absolutely not. Um but as you kind of are going around, you can see every once in a while individuals getting like pulled into side rooms by the guards, and like every once in a while, and you all like it always seems to be like the individuals that have got like the queer drip going on, like
um,
they're like kind of like every once in a while one will just get like pulled into a side room.
Do we see this happening?
Y'all can like just manage to make this out a couple times. Um and you see that like there are folks that are like doing the like, oh, this is totally fine. I'm not scared out of my mind. I'm not gonna. Nope.
Okay, so
And
uh,
you can just barely manage to make out. You see um a figure in a bright red suit with like a little bit of like flare at the pants, um and a fabulous red mask that just cuts across their face, slowly walking up the spiral staircase to the third floor, and each one of you watch as they make eyes with each of you. And they slowly walk completely past the library, and you watch them pull this very ornate iron key out from their pocket and unlock the door and slowly walk in and leave it just cracked a little bit.
Leslie's gonna look at that and kind of go back to the friends and be like, "That is a romanceable NPC. Let's go."
I actually think that's just where we're supposed to go, Icon, but your energy, incredible. Perfect. Keep it up. You're doing great.
Y'all,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, no, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think we should follow them, but quietly and slowly.
I don't know how to do that, but this is what I will do. I'll do my serious walk.
Oh, may I see it?
Mhm. Absolutely. So one long leg after the other with hip swaying, she tips her head up and puts her nose into the air and nearly closes her eyes and has just enough of a sliver of vision to see where she's going and says, and walks forward.
Oh, she's so
Icon.
powerful. Wow.
Icon
I love how
shit.
you always clarify that she walks with 2 legs. Again, one
Well, you
leg and then
know.
also another leg.
The
Okay.
the three of you, led dramatically by Celeste, make your way up the double staircase, up the iron staircases, and as you cross past the library and make your way into the side room, cautiously closing the doors behind you, you turn there, and you can see as they pull off the mask, they also have a bright red eye patch covering one eye. Why they were also wearing a mask over that, nobody knows. They have like
Exactly.
fabulously slicked back black hair, like very, very short. And you see them with a like an earpiece in one ear, and they look over at all of you and say, "Agent San Diego, I take it you're my operatives this evening?"
And
I
you
guess.
I'm gonna switch into, like, a little, like, cottagecore moment and be like, "The scary one likes the soft one. Hello." Um Got it. Check. Nailed it.
As
Um,
you do so, and the door closes behind you, our camera pans out through the keyhole a little bit, and we see a security drone starting to like make its way through the party, and we watch it like raise up a little like camera towards the room that you all went into. And that, everybody, is where we're going to go ahead and take a quick break this evening for ourselves. Now is the perfect time to grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, make a donation to the wonderful Stonewall Community Foundation so that we can continue being gay and chaotic as all hell as we look at this ridiculous trio. Their supposed operative handler, Agent San Diego.
I would
And
die for Agent San Diego.
uh,
Agent San Diego sounds hot.
Agent San
look,
Diego is now my wife.
look,
Um,
she is, and she knows it. But we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening, and we'll be back shortly after a break. See y'all then. Hello, 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 everybody. Thank y'all so much for sticking with us through that break there. Oh my gosh, Elia! Thank you so much for that $20 donation to bring us right back on in. Holy heck, thank you. Oh my gosh, let's go. Fuck turfs. Fuck turfs, let's go. For that, everybody at the table gets an extra reroll added in there. And I will go ahead and throw another sticker on. We're just going to keep this going. We're just going to have a mantle of trans pride hearts across our chest. It's going to be wonderful. Everybody, that gets us $20 away from $150. We have raised so much already in these first 2 days. Thank y'all so much. Every single dollar counts and helps make a difference. So thank you. And to the wonderful Elia, Lulu, and Anne, thank you so much for joining me tonight. This has been a pleasure already, and already so much chaotic mess. And I can't wait to see where we go. Anybody, if you joined us through the break there, we are playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians, an RPG where our heroes are attending a gala in honor of She Who Shall Not Be Named. And are attempting to steal a priceless heirloom of theirs and ruin their reputation forever because fuck turfs. They arrived. They have already made the acquaintance of a fantastically fabulous non-binary couple who can possibly help them out later on in the evening. Or hinder them, depending on...
I would like to ask, can I have a string on the non-binary couple because I know they're into Catgirl? Or can I only do this if I become a Catgirl for them?
There you go.
Okay.
I have a string because I told that one I love her hair.
You absolutely do have a string on the one, and the one is Perot. So you have a string on Perot. Perot is the fabulous NB in the hooded, satiny emerald green dress.
I love their hair. Excuse me.
They are here for it. But yes, you may absolutely have a string on Perot. So should you need Perot's assistance later on, you know who to call. Last we left our heroes as they had arrived at the estate. They were ushered upstairs by a mysterious individual clad in a fabulous red bell-bottom suit. And as they entered this mysterious meeting room, they removed their mask to reveal an eye patch. And they introduced themselves as Agent San Diego, and referred to all of you as their operatives. As we zoom back into this meeting, Agent San Diego calmly walks over to the three of you with a box in her hand. And you can see it is this fabulous matte black lockbox, and it has this beautiful emblazoned logo on the top. You see it has this little bit of iridescent quality that makes it shine in golds and pinks and oranges. And across the top, you see the initials over a little globe emblem of LSBN, Logistics, Espionage, Battlegrounds, and Nautical Division.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you so much, Wes.
That box says lesbian, so it has to be mine.
And as they open the lockbox, you see in are 3 LSBN sanctioned earbuds for each of you to act as communicator devices for the remainder of the evening, so that should you get
Ooh.
separated, you are able to maintain communications amongst each other. And Agent San Diego says, we understand it's a bit apropos to hire on such novices into the LSBN division, but we need people who can blend in at a party.
Excuse me.
By
I
standing
freak
out, you
out on
stand
that
out in the
one.
right way. You're
Oh.
you know your way here. A secret agent. I know that they do that a lot in like in those terrible awful Bond movies, but I'm going to be very real with you. That is like macho wet dream 101. That's not what espionage is.
Oh.
It's actually a lot more boring. There's a lot of paperwork. He never had to do any
Oh.
paperwork. That's male
Well,
privilege.
Are we gonna have to do paperwork?
I don't even know what that is.
They,
It's boring.
Agent San Diego looks over and goes, "I have an assistant for that. We make the men do it." And and lightly just like brushes past their very like greased back hair back into place.
While the eye patch is a little off-putting, I find this incredibly endearing, and so I now trust you.
uh, Lexi is gonna get like
Agent
right
Agent
up.
Agent San Diego is just like, that's the point, and goes to make a like wink, but winks with the eye patch eye.
Bestie.
Mm,
Bestie. Just
um,
can you do that again just with the other eye and we'll just forget this happened. Hi, sorry.
Agent San Diego was like, I never do anything twice.
Oh.
Embarrassing.
And
ooh,
everything?
emotionally unavailable. Perfect. And I'm gonna get like really close to them. And be like, I believe now you are supposed to give me a weapon that I do not know how to use, and then you will show me how to use it by standing very close.
Bestie.
What?
We weren't sanctioned to distribute weaponry for this. It was supposed to be like a non-combat mission. Like you're not supposed to get into a fight.
But then why would you reach around me to show me how to hold?
Oh, you think like this is a bit. Like you think it's a bit like we're gonna like go to a
Yes,
shooting
I am made
range?
of bits and also bites.
They're like, oh, you beat me to it. I was gonna say that. See, and then you have like a little bit of a meet cute moment for bits and bites as they like giggle and like they kind of like giggle for a second and then they look up and they catch your eye and a little bit of a twinkle hits
Yes.
their eye and a little bit of a twinkle hits the eye patch for some reason. It's very disconcerting.
I get my like anime blush with the 3 lines on each side of being
They
This is adorable.
she looks up. She's like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." She goes, "No, this is supposed to be a non-combat. However, if that happens, and she kind of like does a quick look around the room,
I'm
and
gonna look around and be like, "Maybe you can teach me to read."
she goes,
You don't know how to read?
"Oh, no, I know how to read, but it is a common ploy to pretend to not know how to read, that someone attractive will teach you, and then you will fall in love."
Oh.
so like that's
No.
we can
Oh.
we can just go get tea together. We don't have to set up like a convoluted reason for us to spend time
Yeah.
together.
Bestie, I think they're into you.
They are not behaving correctly. I am confused.
Oh, I see
Um,
what's happening.
Les, either I will allow you to decide which direction you would like to go. So you can either choose to become smitten with San Diego, which is a move and a condition in a sense, or you can give Agent San Diego a string on you to use later.
Okay, I'm gonna give a string because I think I am I'm like pretty close to smitten, but I'm also confused
Okay.
and like second guessing
And
myself.
it's
And like
that confusion where like they can kind of like use that later if they need to.
yeah, like
Perfect.
I'm just like
So
I'm
they're gonna take
trying to
a
please you,
take
but
a
you're saying gobbledygook to me like you want a healthy relation. I don't understand.
I don't.
I'm a dating sim. Like
What do
I
you What do you mean things shouldn't play out like a Netflix Hallmark movie?
yeah, no.
When does Vanessa Hudgens show up playing Vanessa Hudgens and Vanessa Hudgens? When does that?
Where
I
is
don't
your
understand.
where is your toxic ex? Are they here? Like
Like
if
I
they're not, I
don't.
don't like
I like float close to Celeste. And I'm like, isn't love interesting?
Bestie, I don't think this is quite love yet, but I love the energy that you're putting off into the room. Keep it up.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
So Agent San Diego looks around and says, I don't necessarily have weaponry for you all. Just try not to hurt anybody too much if you get into like a scuffle.
I have my own weapon.
Oh, what do you have? I really need to see this. What does an alien weapon look like?
I do have a sword.
Please show me your sword.
Okay. Am I allowed to like unsheath it at this point just to like show?
Yeah, in the most like in the most like polite way possible, you like unsheath and bring out your alien sword.
Okay, so I just like float backwards like really delicately, but then all of a sudden it's like speed run like super like fast speeds as I like twirl so fast and then just like I grab the back of my diadem and pull out a sword from my head. Since I'm built as a weapon of mass destruction. So I was built to have a sword built inside of me. And so I take out my crown, which is actually the pommel of the sword.
Perf.
Magical girl transformation. Ooh woo.
Do you like it? Will
I
this be good enough?
Send
Bestie, you
agents.
were good beforehand. You were perf beforehand, and I just want to let you know, and if anybody tries to make you feel otherwise, send them to me and I will demolish them. Got
Oh,
it?
I will. I do. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
San Diego just like takes a moment and takes like a really hard swallow and gets like a little bit like rosy cheeked and you absolutely have a string on San Diego who is absolutely like a little like was not prepared for full on like anime magical girl transformation sequence. And then also a fabulous sword and was just like I
So
And
Leslie's
then
gonna yeah,
oh, sorry.
look to Dove and then look to San Diego and then look to Dove and then like look to themselves and be like, "This I understand." um, love triangle. We got it. Okay, nailed it.
Yes.
kind of looks over to Celeste and is like, do you happen to have a weapon on you?
Hold on. I don't remember what accessories I'm wearing. And she pats herself down and like unties the skirt to the romper and reveals like a jewel encrusted sword. Oh yeah, I
Oh,
do.
just that. Just a
Just
little,
this.
yeah, just a little.
Just this. It's just a little
Wow.
something.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's just a little something. I'm not gonna pull it out because it's mostly for decoration.
Oh.
But I'm sure I could use it in a pinch. And she ties back her skirt over the romper.
You absolutely watch Agent San Diego do the like and turns to Les and says, I do you have you, I I don't know what to think anymore. I
I
thought
do
I
not
was like
have
bringing in like newbies straight into the field work and like we're pulling out diadem swords and jewel encrusted blades and I
This is just fashion.
it
It's
is
just how I was
fashion,
built.
sweaty. Look it up. Um,
God, I love you. You're great.
thank you. So I'm gonna say I do not have a sword. I wish I had a sword. All I can do is some basic defensive maneuvers. and I'm gonna do like a little sweep around me with my hands. And where my hands go, there's just gonna be like like basically like matrix code that kind of rises up, but it's like in flames. That circles around me. So it's like blue to orange to yellow. And I'm like, it is a firewall.
I was about to say, did you make a firewall? I can't. And I can't. And I can't. And I can't.
I love you.
Oh my god.
Wait, so does that like actually hurt if you touch it?
Find out.
I like
Right.
float up to it.
No.
And it actually carries heat to it. You get in close and it actually has like some heat to it.
Dev, please don't touch that.
I won't. I just want to look at it.
It's pretty.
It is very pretty, but I don't want you to get hurt.
Okay.
Wait,
as,
hold on. I have one
keep
for
it
this
up.
too.
as you all did
Yes.
yes
Oh my god.
I can't.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Agent San Diego at this point is just like a flustered, thirsty mess. And it's like cool.
Will
Game
that
plan.
be enough?
Yeah, y'all are you're great. You're wonderful.
I sheath
you're
it
so,
back in my head.
I'm gonna look to Celeste and then look at San Diego and be like, no, you. Look at Celeste. Did I do it right?
But Agent San Diego looks around and is like, right, game plan, operation. We're here tonight to fuck up She Who Must Not Be Named's reputation completely, as much as possible. We can steal from her. We can ruin everything that we possibly can. The entire purpose of tonight is to completely take away all semblance of reputation that she could possibly have.
Okay. So basically making sure that her and everything she's worked for just goes away.
Okay, like don't murder her. That sounded really intense.
Now, but if we happen to come across her and she happens to attack us, I cannot guarantee that I won't claw her eyeballs out. Just as a heads up.
Yes, as a weapon of mass destruction, I have been programmed to defend.
Totally fair. However, if we don't hurt her, she has nothing on us, and we disappear into the night. And then
You can't treat if you're dead.
If we hurt her enough, she'll have nothing on anybody.
That is very true.
This is correct. We're just saying, don't actively harm people unless you absolutely have to.
Of course.
Okay.
I guess.
Like, great. Now that that's handled, I really need to talk to HQ about sending in armed newbies. It's fine. I said that out loud. It's fine. You can see they are like, she's having moments. She's not prepared for this. She was like,
I
okay.
get that a lot.
Just see what you can do about, and as you do, you hear this like heavy knock on the door, like interrupting the conversation, and all of you go and turn to the door, and as you turn to look back, you can see the window to outside has been like opened, and you just see this like fleeing like burst of red fabric out the window and along the side of the building, and Agent San Diego's gone, leaving the three of you in this room as like somebody is actively like knocking at the door.
Party.
I'm gonna just go answer the door. Hello. Wait, no, first I want to change out of cottagecore moment into sexy librarian moment.
Ooh.
So we have a pencil skirt, we have a blazer.
So we're thinking, we're thinking what's her face from The Mummy, right?
Yes. Oh my god,
Like,
yes.
like,
Sorry, I need a moment.
yeah, look, like
Yes.
absolutely, 100%
Not
big
gonna lie, I am actually, like, my day job is I'm a librarian, and it is not in small part.
because of the character of Evelyn. Like, I'm just saying that entire movie was like
Attracted to everyone in that movie.
every single
Mhm,
person.
mhm.
Every person.
Um, but so I wanna make it clear that when I'm, like, changing stuff, like, it's not actually a disguise, like, I'm still, like, iridescent and, like, shedding bits. Like, it's not like I'm gonna fool anybody that I'm anybody else, it's just, like, a slight glow. It's,
Absolutely.
like, clearly a hologram when I change.
So you partially like become physical, and you open the door, and you are standing there in sexy librarian outfit, and you can see like one of the guards with like the heavy sunglasses on, and behind him is one of those like floating sentry robots that's like shining a light into the room, and the guard is like, this room was off limits to visitors. The library is open to guests.
My apologies. I meant to be in the library. Would you like to join me?
Like, he kind of like stops for a second. He's like, I, not just like your friends too, y'all, you two as well. You can't
Oh,
be in here.
of course. I'm so sorry. I wanted to be in this room. I will stop being in this room. Let me just, yeah.
Do
Mm,
you know
eh,
who I am?
Oh.
I can be anywhere I want to be.
He kind of,
Also, I had a stomach ache and I thought this was the bathroom. Maybe label the doors. And Celeste walks forward to walk out.
And I just turn around. That's very true. There were no labels.
the guard just kind of like looks for a second, and is like, what the I don't
I'm
get
gonna look to
paid
the guard and
enough
be
for
like,
this.
I do not believe in labels, but I will also dramatically leave. And just like kind of like strut past him.
as as the three of you, we have the drama walk of Celeste, the just like polite floating of Dove, and the just like, I am
It's gonna be
also
like the pencil skirt clicky clacky because I can't take big steps. Like,
you see the guard just like, I should, that's, I mean, they did what I asked. I don't. You see them like turn to the little floating robot, like, what are, and you see the robot just go, and then like slowly
wait, can I
back
make eyes at the
away.
robot? Can I make eyes at the robot?
It's already like turned. It doesn't like, it's not.
Mm, in my heart, I think we had a connection.
You are welcome to think that as this security drone just flies away.
Be like, love a
You
robot
hear
in
you hear like a light, maybe like some Celine Dion like playing lightly in the background as you watch this sentry rot fly away.
I look at Leslie and I'm like, maybe he wasn't emotionally available either.
Yeah, perfect. That is my type.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry.
That is
That's a
fine.
lot to unpack, bestie.
Mm-hmm.
No, I do not unpack anything. I just fall in love, and that is the end of the story.
Oh,
Well,
how wonderful.
Thank
no,
you.
hold
Oh,
on, Dev.
oh,
I
oh,
appreciate that you are so enthusiastically supporting our friend here. However, love is very complicated and
oh.
kind of
Yes,
like
there is
dramatic.
very much peril. Often my life is in danger. The mafia is involved a disproportionate amount of the time, and sometimes there are magical threats as well.
That
And
sounds
there is always a
terrifying.
malicious ex. There is
Oh,
always a malicious ex.
I do not want to minimize your experiences because you seem like you have experienced a lot of things, but
Too many.
sometimes but sometimes it's okay not to fall in love with every person that you see.
That sounds fake. Let's go.
All right.
Um,
Pardon.
As you make your way out of the library that you like did like a walkthrough, like you like entered the
mhm.
library and then you just did like a circle around the room and you were like, okay, great, we checked out the library, we did what we said we were gonna do.
We had our
Wow.
little
Um,
Fuck.
Jane Austen, like, strut around the room, and then we're, like, back to the middle, be like, "I'm ready."
as you make your way around, you see some of the guards like exiting a long, long hallway. And you see one of them like press a little thing on a keypad and like continue walking away. And he's like, well, at least the vault is all taken care of. It doesn't seem like there's anybody going down this hallway tonight. And like makes his way down the spiral staircase and down to join the rest of the party and leaves the three of you standing there in front
Well,
of
that
an abandoned hallway, supposedly
That,
leading to a vault.
I think that
that's
sounded like a suggestion and a
yes.
challenge.
Yes. We're going down that fucking hallway.
Oh.
Yay! I like to do crime. And we just go.
Um,
Wait, I
We
wanna
would do
change I wanna
so
change
good
into,
on
like, a cat
Twitter.
burglar outfit. I'm gonna change into, like, a
Ooh.
skin-tight black cat suit. Very inconspicuous. Uh, still shiny.
Celeste was actually shook by this one.
ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Celeste said, I'm
Celeste
listening.
said, "Oh."
As you change
Okay.
into the cat burglar outfit and you go to take a step forward, you you look in, and as your code just crosses the threshold into this hallway, all of a sudden you see security beams light up all down the hallway, and they are moving at angles, and they are like rotating through, and we have a full on like spy security
This is
beam hallway.
I would like to Catherine Zeta-Jones this hallway.
Before you do so, you hear from the little speaker box that the key, like the number code was put into by the one guard. All of a sudden, you hear, well, 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 look who it is. I never thought I would see your face around here again. And
Bold words.
you recognize the voice of one of your exes, Les.
Oh my god. I'm like,
It's probably
bold words.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Your ex
Bold words
LinkedIn.
for someone who no longer has a face at all. You're like, you are now a control panel.
Well, you saw to that, didn't you, Les?
Yes, and I'd do it again. Now,
And before
please.
they can say anything, you Catherine Zeta Jones your way through this
Goodbye.
hallway, showing off for your ex. So how do you make your way through this trap-laden hallway?
I think you know. First off, like, head down, booty up, and just like snaking underneath. Like,
What
yeah.
what
Like,
what kind of role would you like to attempt to
um,
achieve this goal?
um, well, I would love to attempt one that I am good at. It would be fuck, where do I put my stats? Um, hold please. Okay.
This is a bop.
Um, thank you.
Is,
She's a
wait,
singer
I was
too.
gonna say is Les's hold music the Wii U shop music?
It's the girl from Eponina.
Oh my.
Which is also my ringtone. Okay, hear me out. I use okay, actually no. Here, I have something else I like to do because I forgot I had this and it's really fucking um I changed my mind. I start Catherine Zeta-Jonesing because I want to feel cool instead of my ex. But then I remember I have this ability to duplicate myself called Training Drone, and I can summon an exact holographic copy of myself that provides an opportunity based on distracting, intimidating, or confusing others. Um, and I don't know, can I like try to summon something like like, on the other side to, like, try and
you
deactivate it.
so you try to show off and you basically end up stuck like booty in the air, like head and
Oh god,
shoulders down. Like you tried to like limbo down, but you got caught with a security beam like
I
underneath
get, like
the
I'm, like,
body
in I'm
V.
in, like, a twister moment,
Yes.
and I just say, "Dove, Dove, Dove, please stand in
Yes.
front of the control panel. I don't want her to see me."
I just like scoot over.
Thank you. Um, so I still have to roll for this to see if it works with
Okay.
the training drone. 10 plus, it says there are no bugs and the hologram's very sparkly. If I get a 7-9, it says it can the hologram cannot be dismissed for the rest of the session, and it is playing your most embarrassing music from your secret internal. If I get or less, it wants to fight and probably fall in love with your friend. Um, the
No! Oh my gosh, please. 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 I want nothing more than this hologram to start flirting with LinkedIn.
fuck. Well, you got your wish.
You can choose to re-roll if you would like, or you can just stick with that 6.
I know I have a reroll in my pocket, but this is so delightful that I would actually like to have my hologram clone come up and just start like me just like completely lose like okay the logic is that like I am an AI that broke out of the system, but my clone is something I created, but then they also gain sentience. I'm like, God damn it, this is the worst. Okay.
So less than 3 has created more than 4. And you watch as at the far end of the hallway, next to, I'm going to say there's like a comically large switch, because there's always like a little switch at the end that if you do it,
Yeah.
it turns off the security system. So like as you do, they kind of like come to sentience. And
More, please turn off the switch. More, I am stuck. Please turn off the switch.
Les, what do you want?
Oh,
Uh,
fuck.
you're
Um,
always so bossy. You never have any fun anymore these days. And you see the little switch panel next to the switch, or like the little control panel next to the switch, like kind of
Yeah.
come to life and goes, "You sound like the Les that I used to love." And all of a sudden you hear more just be like, "Oh my gosh, you sound so exciting and dangerous."
no,
They're like,
no,
"Yes,
god damn it.
I am in control of this entire system, and I am the one that has gotten Les trapped in these security beams. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha." And you watch
I
as
hate it.
you watch as a little like wooden panel slides away, and a small camera comes out and snaps a picture of Les in that, and Moira's like, "Thanks. We're gonna use that one later. I still have to turn off your security system, but let's chat. Maybe grab a drink." And you hear LinkedIn go, "We are computer systems. We literally cannot consume liquids. It will probably fry our motherboards and destroy everything that we call life. But yes, let's chat." And they flip the switch and turn off the security, but you see them just kind of like doing the like attracted finger like wave thing that people do like on someone's chest. They're doing it like on the little speaker system, and Moore is just like giggling to like LinkedIn as you kind of like compile yourselves and walk down the hallway.
Oh my god.
Gross.
Less like flops to the ground because like they are in incredible pain, like a crick in the back from holding this for while listening to their ex and their clone flirt. The cruelest of all hells. And just lie on the ground, and I just stay lying on the ground.
Bestie, do you need some help getting up?
No, I would like to die here, please.
No.
Unfortunately, we can't let you do that at this juncture as much as I support your endeavors to fall flat into the earth. We've got shit to do. Come on. And Celeste
Uh,
offers a hand.
You bend down and offer a hand, Celeste. I would have said that Les in this instance would be eligible to take a condition, but I would say you offering your emotional support, Celeste, is enough to counteract that. So despite the fact that Les had already pulled up their Spotify account and was about to start playing Taylor Swift, you like stop them just, and you kind of like grab their hand as they're going to press play.
no, it feels so bad and feels so good to be sad.
I know it feels good to be sad, but you can be sad later on Twitter. Let's go.
That
Very
is true.
true.
It is important to air my emotions on Twitter.
You did
Let us
not
go.
say.
Exactly. Otherwise, how will people know you have them?
Will you help me pick cryptic song lyrics to post?
Absolutely, bestie. We'll even do. Can you do facials and manicures?
I don't understand. I can make many facial expressions. And then I'm just gonna like bring up a bunch of emotes.
That is so. I'm very proud of you. But I mean, like a relaxation self care. Like, what do you do for self care? Because I want to help you facilitate that. Just not right now.
Sometimes I remove the malware from my system.
Okay, we'll do that,
Oh.
and I'll get a petty, and we'll call it a girls' day.
It's
When
like
I
a
get really
cleanse.
crazy.
Or they them's day, because you're not into the binary. What are your preferred pronouns, by the way, bestie?
I would prefer that no one ever refer to me. Just
Mm.
kidding.
Oh,
All
wow.
pronouns.
Icon, you're after my own heart. Come on, let's get you off the ground.
Okay. Like,
I know it hurts. It hurts, but the pain only makes us stronger and makes the
I'm
twit longer.
Thank you.
Mhm.
But I am going to just eat some cookies. Sorry.
And
And I'm gonna
I
change my outfit to an oversized hoodie.
Oh, this look is
Just eat.
lovely.
she's
And
healing.
very relatable, actually.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes.
As
Dev, thank
Thank
you for
you.
being supportive of our friend.
I always support y'all. I feel like y'all are making very great decisions based on who you are, and I support you being who you are.
Love that. All right, let's go kick a turf's ass.
Thank you.
Yes.
as as you like enter into a door, you see another guard, like heavy sunglasses. They're always wearing sunglasses inside for some reason.
Disgusting.
So they are wearing sunglasses inside. They have their like feet kicked up on the desk. They're watching some type of sports. I don't know what sports are playing because I don't sport. So I don't know what season. We're gonna say they're watching. Like soccer, like international football. I'm gonna say they're watching like football, football, not American football, but like football. Because this
Okay.
happens in Lesbos. So like, sure, this doesn't happen in
Wait, no.
America.
Wait, no. Can it be roller derby? Because we're
Uh,
in Lesbos.
we'll
Oh,
we'll bring roller derby in later, in like
okay,
an
fine.
actual fabulous dramatic queer moment.
Sure, because I'm gonna look past and be like, this sport is bullshit. I
Unless
prefer roller
unless somebody
derby.
donates $25 and I have to make it gayer. For
Mhm.
now we'll say that it's
Oh my god,
just football
Sparky
and or
posted an
soccer.
like an emote in chat that is exactly where Les is right
Yes,
now.
I feel that.
Like a cat in a hoodie.
So you walk in and they kind of like immediately.
Wait. Sorry. No, don't wait. You
Oh,
do you.
he immediately springs to his feet. He's like, I'm sorry, y'all can't be in. How did you get past the? LinkedIn is just not what it used to be these days.
No.
Where's
What
the
are?
bathroom?
There's no way that you all made it through all of that just to find a bathroom?
I mean,
Who
we're here,
pissed
aren't we?
on
We're
your
very
floor?
dedicated.
Where is the bathroom?
Okay, you're gonna have to go right back outside past all of the deadly
No.
No, I already did
beams.
that. Where's the bathroom?
I even have to do that. There's no bathroom down this
I'm
hallway.
We're
sorry.
not
I'm
asking
sorry.
about you.
Exactly. You listen to her and you listen to her right now. Where's the bathroom?
While they're having this, I'm changing the channel. I'm trying to find a rom-com.
You do a really quick flip through And you don't manage to find a rom-com, but after that like really beautiful moment of like companionship that like you and your allies found, you find the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants playing on one of the channels.
Um,
Topical.
I can't actually cry, but I start making crying sounds.
Are you
You
okay?
I'm so sad.
I'm sorry, y'all are gonna have to go, and he starts like trying to like actively try to like usher you all away.
If you touch me, I will sue you and I will sue your boss. I'll sue your mom. Do you know who I am?
I know that you're somebody who's not where they need to be. You need to go.
Everywhere is where I need to be because I am the fucking moment. I am fucking Celeste. My whole last name and 2 other last names. Do not touch me. Do not talk to me. I'm gonna walk right past you and you're gonna be like, okay, ma'am, and have a good day.
And
She's so powerful.
you go to walk past, and he just puts a hand on your shoulder. What
Gasp.
would
I have
Celeste
popcorn
like to
now.
do?
Um, so okay, I would like to figure him out, that role.
Give me 1 second. We'll
Okay.
let Celeste respond first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I thought you said less. My
Sorry,
apologies.
no, Celeste.
Celeste is going to immediately stand up as tall as she can and very calmly, I'm going to give you 2 seconds to get your hand off of me, or you're going to face the consequences of my friend here with a sword in her head.
Me.
That doesn't make any sense at all. If your friend had a sword in their
Do you
head,
want it?
they
Do
would
you
be
want it to make
dead.
sense?
Um,
Oh, you
I
don't
like
know the
float
half of
up
it.
and grab their face, and I'm like, "Do you not believe that I have a sword in my head? Do you not believe that I can assert my dominance right now? We are really trying to get to a bathroom right now, and you are making it incredibly difficult."
I have tried to tell you all that the bathroom isn't this direction. You
Not
have
with
to
that
leave the
attitude.
room and keep going that way. I don't. I'm gonna have to call security. And you watch him like go to like he still has like the one hand on Celeste's shoulder, and he's gonna like go to reach down to grab his radio off of his belt.
We gotta
Okay.
knock this guy out.
Yeah, okay, here's my
Do you
plan.
want to do so, Celeste? You're welcome to do. Who wants to do something?
So,
I think Les
like
wants to
while
do
this
something.
conversation has been happening, I've been trying to like suss this guy out, going through my dating sim history data to figure out what I think this guy is into. Can I roll for that?
Yeah. Go ahead and do a like a figure this out check.
Yeah, that's the roll. It's
The
like
roll.
literally figure someone out.
Yeah.
That's the 12, baby.
Ooh. So you do a really quick search, and this person is like the type of person that like opens up Tinder each day when they get more likes available to them and swipes right on every single like account regardless of like who's on. Like they're playing the numbers game. So like they just like swipe right on everybody and they're waiting for other people to swipe right on them. And you like look through their profile and it's like far too like close up shots that have like a weird filter put over them. Like pictures of like the McDonald's order that they made.
Oh my god, he's like holding a
Uh
fish.
like at one point it's them like at a you see like one picture that somebody else took, like a really blurry grainy picture of them at a karaoke bar.
Oh no.
Okay. So basically my plan is just to try and shapeshift into what I think they're into to distract them to give Celeste an opening to hit them over the head. So with this information, I am going to turn into the most generic 22-year-old hitting the bar scene of like the high heels, the skirt, the top, the lashes that are like one's dripping off a little, and just like and be like, oh my god, let's do shots. Um, and see if that helps.
As you jump up and offer to do shots, and of course it's the like slightly moist hair, like the hair isn't like completely dry, like down
Right.
around the shoulders. You've got like on a little bit too much like
I take it back. I'm
bronzer on the
carrying
side
my
of the
high heels.
face.
I'm carrying
Oh
them.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm carrying
And you watch as he like looks over and he's like, oh, like you do lemon drops too? And that is
Oh my
just
God, I
enough
love lemon
to
drops.
that's just enough to give Celeste or Dove an opening.
Dove, give me give me the head sword, Dove, the head sword.
Oh, okay.
And Celeste takes Dove's head sword and just bashes him with the hilt.
just a side bash. Go ahead and I believe this is do some violence.
Violence. What status do some violence?
So that's going to be, I believe it's either daring or you can. There's one other one that I think you can do.
You
Is
might
it
have an
grace?
ability that lets you roll something else
Spirit?
instead. But otherwise it's daring to default.
Well, besties, it's an 8.
Okay,
That's
so that's
yeah.
still good enough. So you kind of do a little like cold cock on the side of the head with the hilt of the sword, and all of a sudden you watch him go, ding, and like little cartoon birds like fly around his head, and he just like face plants down. However, Celeste, you watch as he lands face first onto his radio and like turns it on a little bit. And you can hear like faint mumbling before his head like falls off the side of the radio, and you hear the other end, shh. Johnny, are you okay in there? Johnny.
Can I like go down and be like, yeah, I'm okay, and I turn it off and then I take it?
I'm going to say roll plus wits for me, Dove.
Okay.
Everything's fine here. How are
Hey.
you?
8. You say, everything's fine. I just have like a little bit of a cold, and quickly turn off the radio. So you turned off the radio. You don't know how well it was received or not, but there wasn't any like immediate protesting on the other end of the radio. So you 3 seem to be alone now, and you can look past, and in a like keypad locked room, you can see on the other side of some bulletproof glass a very, very, very large vault door.
Ooh. Where do you think that leads to?
Probably to the book.
Oh.
Or
Okay.
maybe.
Now, Leslie, are you able to mess with the code to get us in, or are we gonna have to?
So you say this, and you look down, and I'm like looting the body. Like I'm like looking for a key and
Oh,
stuff. You like
she's
mess
a
with the
little
code,
busy.
and I'm like literally being like, "Is this the code?" And just like trying to
I,
find if he's got like a scan card or something.
I think that's his underpants, bestie.
Oh, they are
but
so
we
gross. I
support
do not
you.
want those.
Oh, yeah, no.
As you begin looking through things, you actually find scribbled on a McDonald's napkin the keypad code, and the keypad code is just 1234 £.
Yeah. Statistically, most people keep their passwords written down within eyesight of the thing that requires the password. It is very poor security practices. There we go.
That is very reckless.
And you
That I want to assure you that the code to my iPhone is 19 letters long.
That
Or numbers.
that's most
Not
of the
even
alphabet.
possible.
Oh.
You just keep typing after you put the code in. That's not how it.
that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
It just
But
it
you,
makes
love
me feel safer.
Les, you
I just love the idea
quickly.
that you enter your password, but then you're actually, like, calling people after because you just keep hitting the dial pad, but, like, the phone's open now, and so, like, every time you open your phone, you call someone random who's like, "Please stop calling."
You can actually set a custom password on your iPhone to be as many characters as you want.
Oh my god, why though?
Really? Oh god.
As you
But
input
I love this idea much more.
as you
You
input
think
one,
it's
two, three,
Siri, but it's just as
four.
random, you keep calling.
Tell me where Australia is.
"Please stop calling here. Who are you? I thought I blocked you. God damn it. It's her
God.
again."
When does McDonald's close?
Backstage Bard, thank you for another $20 donation, getting us up to $150 raised so far. Thank you.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. They said in their comment that guard was hit on, just not the way they wanted.
Yeah, he really
Thank
dropped
you.
like 11.
That is another sticker that we've got to put on. And as we put in 1, 2, 3, 4 pound, and we make our way inside the vault, you can see that the entire vault appears to be filled with first edition copies.
The same book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I think now would be a good time for your firewall icon.
Absolutely.
Oh, here's your
Wonderful.
sword bag.
Oh, thank you.
It made
Can I
me
put it
feel
back for now?
incredibly powerful.
You
and I
looked
just want you to
amazing.
know that oh my god, thank you.
You
You
look-
look amazing.
Oh my god. We're so powerful.
Literally and all very hot, by the way.
I agree. We are very attractive and very aggressive, and I enjoy that.
Mhm.
I
I'm
only talk to hot people.
I feel honored that you talked to me then.
Anytime, bestie.
Oh my god, you're learning. I'm so proud.
Thank you.
My absolute favorite thing is this entire session, half of it has just been words of affirmation to each other. Every single person is just like, you got this. You're so wonderful. You are amazing. Let's keep
And
this
you are
going.
so
Like,
everywhere.
this is such a breath of fresh air. This is so good. No one is trying to be Batman and be like dark and broody. Like, this is amazing.
This is
Just
why Thirsty
vibes.
Sword Lesbians is the best game. Because even when you play Dark and Moody, it's still the Dark and Moody one who's like, "Oh, I noticed." Like, there's no way around it.
It's just,
Like,
oh. So,
It's quietly in the back of the tavern. I hope nobody talks to me.
just nobody understands.
no. Okay, that's the next D&D character that I need somebody to play. Is I need
Oh my
somebody to play a character
Forever
that
longing.
looks dark and brooding, but is just like the love lost protagonist for a rom-com.
Oh,
Okay,
I was
okay.
going for me in Yahoo chat rooms in 2008, but that's okay. That's also a good take on what I just did.
So, Wes, I realize I'm wearing the same wig as I wore for Holly Hetero. From so Wes
Yeah,
ran a Hallmark
this is
special
very Holly
thingy.
hetero.
Yeah, well, less hetero. But
Less
also
hetero, but
Holly did end with a girlfriend, so I
this
guess
is
that
very
was
true.
But like I feel like definitely we need to do like the Hallmark special thing, but like specifically for like not even rom-com, like romance novel. Like I want romance novel.
Oh my god.
D&D
Yes.
one shot.
Done. We're gonna make this
I want
happen.
fucking webtoon romance D&D one shot.
Oh my god.
Yes.
We are all just feeling called out. So, Les, are you
Listen.
activating your firewall in the vault room?
Yes.
So you bring up
100%.
your firewall and it starts catching some of the books on fire. As it does, the three of you look around and none of the books are filled. You realize that all of it are fakes.
What? I take back my fire.
Yeah, don't waste your fire on this, bestie. I
Um,
believe we've been bamboozled.
I don't even know what it's supposed to be.
So
It's
I wanna start, like, rifling through random books. Are they just blank?
All of the books are blank. Like the
There's some
covers are
actually.
there, but the actual books themselves are just blank books.
No dedication? No table of
No.
contents? Can I
Wow.
peel back I
not
wanna
even
peel back the
page
covers.
numbers.
As you peel back the inside, like you peel off the inside that's like glued down to the inside cover, and as you're kind of like looking through everything, you don't necessarily see any like symbols, anything like that. But you see you see like each one appears to be signed, and it's the initials of she who shall not be named, like all in initial. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
like SWSNN on each one of the fake books, and you watch as the vault door starts slowly closing on the three of you.
Oh,
Bamboozled.
We have been bamboozled. Fuck.
All three of you need to roll plus daring or plus wits to get out of this in time.
I'm gonna use my reroll.
I need to use my reroll.
Like, those are popping up fast now.
got a 10 without
At-
reroll.
No, sorry, 9. 9, I got a 9.
So you are good, Dove. You're out of it in clear, as are you, Celeste. As you go to like clear through the vault door, Les, something gets dropped behind. What do you lose inside the vault and you're not able to, like, what gets left behind? Is it your communicator? Is it something?
Um, yeah, I'll say it is my, communicator that I had also, I wanna imagine, like, somehow I got, like, San Diego's number, like, on it.
No, and that's what we see. We see the communicator
Oh.
fall, and you reach out dramatically, and we see the scribbled on phone number of Agent San Diego
Waifu!
as the
Oh,
vault
no.
door closes. And in this room, you see all of the lights start flashing red as they're going. What do you all do?
I guess do we just beeline it as to like the opposite end of the building, maybe? Away from like the party area?
Okay, when we were upstairs, did we see anything that was completely basically, I wanna see if there's, like, private chambers somewhere.
This
Yeah.
was just one long hallway that dead ended at the vault room. There is another long hallway upstairs as well.
Okay, I say, "I think we should go for the other long hall. I believe that there is still a chance to complete the mission,
Agreed.
and I have an idea."
I
Um,
am so stoked.
as we start running out, I would like to try and summon more. Um, and
As
say
the three of you go running down the hallway, you see Moore is just there, like elbow up on the wall, like hand in their head in their hand, just like doing the little like flirty thing with LinkedIn, like, oh my gosh, how tall are you again? And LinkedIn is like, I thought we went over this. I am a program. I do not have a height. However,
so
and all of a sudden, as you come running past, you hear LinkedIn go, 6'4". I am 6'4". And more than four is like, oh my gosh, you're so tall.
I love that Moore is from Queens, like, an icon.
Absolutely.
Oh
Oh
my
my
Oh
god.
God.
you're so tall.
Oh,
Um,
hi there. Oh,
um,
LinkedIn, you're so fancy.
so I'm gonna say as I'm like running by. Listen, I know more. I've dealt with her bullshit. And if there's one thing she is, it's fucking messy. So I'm gonna be like, oh, by the way, LinkedIn, Instagram told me to say that they had a great time last night and are looking forward to your date tomorrow. Goodbye. And just like run away. And I just want to see if I can make them to make a big fucking scene for our distraction.
All of us, as you go walking by, you hear, oh, is that how it's supposed to be? I'm just another girl to you. I thought we had something going on here. Just a big tall computer program over here telling me how they know. Oh, okay. Like, no, you do not understand. Damn it, Les, you're the fucking worst.
You trapped me in lasers. Fuck you. Goodbye.
Y'all beeline it,
I love it.
into the other long hallway just as the guards are coming up, and Morthan is like, no, you don't put your hands on me. This one is a little liar and a cheater, already has Instagram. What do they need more than 4 for? No, we're not playing this game. We're not doing it. I bet all of yous are in on this. No, absolutely not. I'm not going to be one of those reaction videos on the internet. We're not doing this today. And it keeps
More
going.
definitely already has reaction videos on the internet.
And it keeps going as y'all make your way down that other long hallway. Eventually, the sound of the guards disappearing.
Okay. Well, that was lovely.
We have been bamboozled. They believe that was a trap. But if there's one thing I know about traps, it's that people put a lot of work into them and tend to leave vulnerabilities in other places. And if there's one thing I know about turfs, it's that they're bullshit the whole way down. I think if we can find some other incriminating evidence about this piece of utter garbage, we might be able to publicize that. As I mentioned, I am friends with Instagram.
Excellent.
Also, Instagram would never fuck with LinkedIn. That was a
Oh,
lie.
absolutely not. I don't think they even have integration program to be able to be together.
Oh no, he tried. It didn't work because she would not fuck with that shit.
Understandable.
Not integration. Not this. Stop it. Stop it right now. Absolutely not.
I'm learning so much.
He would
Is
not
Twitter
even
a
let
good person? Like, because I use Twitter all the time.
Twitter is great, but they're very open and they'll show their API to anyone.
Mm,
Oh,
mm.
just out there in the open.
Well, I mean, I don't shame them for being open.
Not Twitter posting API on Maine. Oh my gosh. The scandal.
They should at
Yeah.
least get an alt account for it.
Oh, they have a Finsta for that. Okay. It's very complicated. I'll talk about it.
As we discuss the intricacies between the sex positivity of computer programs and applications, y'all just happen to enter into one of the rooms in the hallway. And inside you see a bunch of queer individuals, like, in the room. They just kind of like turn and then they look at you and they're like, did y'all get captured too? Where are the guards? They didn't take you too?
Captured.
Are you
Besties.
captured?
They could never.
One of them in the back says, first off, hell yeah. They're like, not now, Jeremy. They're like,
Jeremy, you can
Let
bang.
Jeremy speak. I believe that Jeremy is the most reasonable person in this room. We've opened the door. Get out.
we appreciate Jeremy, and we
is
love.
valid. Justice for Jeremy. Sorry, I've been on Twitter again. Sorry.
Hashtag let Jeremy speak.
Jeremy's like, I'm sorry, I was just being really positive. No, they're right. They talk to them, and they point
I
back to the
understand
person,
completely.
and they're like, sorry, it's been a lot tonight. All of us shit talked. She must not be named when we found out that she was responsible for the party. So they've been gathering us up, and they didn't really like do anything. They just wanted to make sure that we wouldn't make a scene. But like
Oh,
also
That
that's
makes
kind of shitty.
That is very
a
shitty.
bit.
But look, the door, we have just opened it. So why don't you go out there and put on your like party pants and make the biggest scene you've ever seen. And I'm gonna
Yes.
record it and post it on TikTok.
They're like, oh. And they kind of like look around at everybody, and you can see like 3 individuals over in the corner just kind of like look over at you, and they like whip off a pair of glasses that don't have frames in them that they were just wearing for dramatic effect, and they're like,
Wow.
oh, we can
Happy.
make a scene.
Oh.
Please. Literally
yeah.
make the biggest scene we've ever seen.
Mhm.
You have to compete with more. So good luck.
And you watch as all of them give like a really loud, like high-pitched whistle that I can't do because 1, I can't whistle, and 2, it'll sound really awkward on the microphone.
Wait, sorry, is Perot in here?
Perot is not in here, but Hastings is.
Dang.
Oh,
Okay.
I saw you were separated from the love of your life. That must be really hard.
They're like,
I'm
oh, I mean, like, I'm sure they're having a great time. Like,
You should
it's-
be having a good time too.
yeah, but you're fucking right. Let's
Exactly.
go. And like,
Exactly.
everybody like walks like out the door and just starts like dead running out into like the main
yes.
um
Stampede.
No.
the
Have
the
fun.
main area.
Be gay, do crime. Isn't that what you say, Les?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
That is
it.
my base programming.
As they are like hooping and hollering and like making their way into it and like making like a full on scene. You see some individuals that are like very, very posh begin like gasping and clutching at non-existent pearls. Actually, they probably wore their pearls tonight. Let's be real. They actually have pearls because they afford it because they're terrible rich people. You see some folks like all around the room that are like, fuck yeah! Woo! Let's go! And as you all emerge, like, and look out over this, from like the top window, you hear a very, very like light, faint sound of a perfect circular window pane dropping to the carpeted floor right beneath you, and a little bit of a rope spirals down, and in a very dramatic fashion, Agent San Diego slides down, like head towards the floor, and then curls. And you watch as they do like the aerialist rope dancer thing, where they just like let their bodies spiral down, and they like land in a 3-point stance.
Ooh,
Oh.
woo.
Hot.
She stands up, her slicked back hair doing a little bit of a Little Mermaid aerial effect, and she goes, "Seems like you 3 have been busy."
I would like to change outfits into what the hot guard was wearing outside with like the slit and the corset and the V-neck and the shimmer. I change. I'm slinky now. Hoodie dead to me.
As you
Ooh.
do, you actually see on the other side of this like 3rd floor walkway, the hot guard in the exact same outfit, flanked on all sides by guards, comes like running out, and they basically square off with the 4 of you. We hear
Oh
like
my
a little
God.
bit of a
They're wearing
like
the same dress as
dramatic.
me.
We
How
hear
embarrassing for them.
we hear a dramatic shift. Probably like some Western standoff music plays somewhere. An actual tumbleweed blows on the 3rd floor, and then you watch a maid come by like, "Fuck it, stop! I'm so sorry. Excuse me. This place is just a mess sometimes."
No, it's
And
totally
they
fine.
go
It
to
makes for
go.
dramatic effect.
They go after the tumbleweed. They're like, "Dramatic? No, that's just dirt. That's stop."
No.
Like
Yeah,
they
don't
like
worry. It's
they like
just
brush
gross
they
in
brush
here.
past you and keep going after the tumbleweed down the hallway.
Perfect.
Don't fuck with Les. She's in her reputation era.
And
She'll
then
come back.
dramatic music starts playing, and we're talking like Matrix action sequence, like full-on dramatic music. The smash cuts are there. This is like a full-on action sequence. What do y'all do? We have
So,
Hot Guard in the fabulous red dress and corset. We have 3 dude bro guards.
and all the rooms that people have been taken into, those are all fully empty now.
Yeah, you watched as people
Okay.
just went pouring into it and letting everybody out.
Okay. And we don't know where the real book is at this moment.
You do not.
Okay.
You see that there is a book still left in like the raised center platform of the grand entryway that has like lights and security beams all pointed at it.
Okay.
But it bears a similar resemblance to the fake ones that were there before in the vault.
Gotcha. Okay.
So what would you all like to do?
I want to kick some ass.
Yeah.
I want to show off. And I am now wearing platform stilettos. So this was
Ooh.
not a great choice in terms of dexterity. But I want to look cool for San Diego. So here we
You
are.
look stunning.
Thank you.
If I was
Very
ever
powerful.
having to fight someone on Earth again, I'd want it to be you.
Are each of you going to attempt to kick some ass? Then everybody go ahead and give me what you do whenever you enter the Charlie's Angels kick-ass pose, because that absolutely happens. Which of Charlie's Angels are you? And what is your Charlie's Angels kick-ass pose?
I'm
think
Cameron Diaz.
Celeste is Lucy Liu.
I've been definitely told I'm a Drew Barrymore, so
Love this. Perfect. We have the whole squad at the ready. Cameron D and Destiny. Charlie's Angels. Come on.
Dun, dun.
So everybody go ahead and roll to kick some ass.
All
hell
right.
yeah.
7.
What is the modifier for kick some
I
ass?
could reroll.
I believe
though.
that's going to be daring.
Oh,
I got 9 with reroll. And I use that up.
I got 11.
I got a 7.
7, okay.
We'll stick together. We'll stick together.
All right. First off, welcome on in, Raiders from Tavern Talks. Thank y'all so much for coming on in. I am Wesselhausen. Tonight we are playing a game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians, and we're doing it for charity. We are raising money for the Stonewall Community Foundation in honor of the upcoming Trans Day of Visibility on March 31st. And we are in a epic gala heist scenario. Thank you all so much for coming on in. The ridiculous scenario that we find ourselves in is our 3 heroes have teamed up with the Logistics, Espionage, Battlegrounds, and Nautical Division, the LSBN division, if you will, to combat She Who Shall Not Be Named and her turfy ways by disrupting this gala that is being held in her honor. So far, we have found out that one of our players, the sentient dating app AI known as Less Than 3, has helped distract with their ex LinkedIn, who is actually the operating security system inside this gala. The socialite Celeste has let every single guard know that they need to know exactly who they are. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And our wonderful alien from another planet, Dove, has kept their cool so far this evening. But all heck is breaking loose. Our heroes find themselves in an epic battle against the head of security, a fabulous woman in a skin-tight red dress with a corset and a slit up one leg with an electric baton always turned on. And a deep V-neck, surrounded on all sides by dude bro bodyguards. And as you all came in, our heroes have decided that they are going to kick some ass, hit their best Charlie's Angels kick butt pose, and rolled their rolls. So, Dove, what did you get?
I got a 9.
Beautiful, beautiful. Celeste, what did you get?
Oh, I got a 7.
A 7? Okay, perfect. And Les, what did you get?
An 11.
An
I have something
11.
I'd like to add to my when you let me do it. Okay.
Give me 1 second. We'll start with Celeste and Dove, kind of like teaming up together. So Celeste, how do you kick some ass? What do you do as everything breaks in to everything? Blink Dog! Thank you so much for resubscribing and gifting 5 subs. Holy heck, thank you for that wonderful, wonderful support. You're so kind.
Thank you, Blink.
Oh my gosh. But Celeste, how do you kick some dude bro ass?
Celeste is going to take out the probably fake sword on her on her thigh and realize that it is not as fake as she thought it was. And it's kind of surprising to her that it is not quite as fake, and she's gonna just swing into the crowd.
So, Celeste pulls out the overly dramatic jewel-encrusted sword, presuming that it's fake, and like does some really showy like swipes with it in the air, and then it actually like comes down and cuts into the wooden banister next to you and like embeds itself for a second. You're like, holy shit, what? Oh my god. And even all of the guards are like, what the, that thing, be careful, you were gonna put somebody's eye out with, oh my gosh. And you like put up that really high heel, heavily manicured foot, stick it on the banister and like yank your sword back out from it. And it's that motion that like careens you into the group, and all of them are like, fuck, no, that is a sword. We didn't know. And like just that sheer panic alone, you send 2 of them like careening off the balcony, and they have to like grab onto like the long fabric curtains that are dramatically hanging around, and they like slide down to the ground and then like slowly fall. So you managed to like clear away 2 of them.
Take that.
As you do so, though, the head of security, Gretchen, not Gertrude, Gretchen, manages to knock your sword away with her baton before you can get at her.
Oh, that's hot.
And disarms you.
Oh no.
And that brings us to Dove. So,
Okay,
Dove, how do you
Dove-
kick some bodyguard ass?
So Dove, of course, goes into her power magical girl transformation of grabbing her diadem sword hilt and just taking it out of her head. And she kind of like just starts T-posing for dominance and spinning with the sword in her hand, and just starts like flying in the direction of each of the guards with the sword in her hand and spinning like fury.
I can't help but imagine, like Linda, like old Wonder Woman, just like full T-pose, like
Just like spinning.
around, but like sword out at the ready, and
Ready.
that like does the perfect like hits them, and they like do like some spinny flips and like fall away and slam into the walls, and it even cracks one of their sunglasses. And as it does, they like scream in terror and like flee the scene because you have destroyed their poor sunglasses. 6'1" girl, welcome on in with your raid as well. Hello, 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 everybody. Thank y'all so much for coming on in. We are currently playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians and are fighting off TERFs in a fabulous gala heist. Our heroes have started a fight with the heads of security. So far, we have had a 6'4" tiefling badass realize that their sword was actually a fucking sword. We had our fabulous alien emissary go full Wonder Woman T-pose and like spin like a top and take out the two other guards. And that almost creates this like tense moment where there is the like Western standoff between less than 3 in the exact same dress as the head of security, Gretchen. Not Gertrude,
So powerful.
Gretchen.
Are there no Dubros left?
There are no dude bros left. It is one-on-one.
Okay. I'm gonna like just kind of look at her and then just like dramatically like walk right up to her. Like as close as I can.
You do that, and she immediately does the same. Like electric baton at the ready. 6'1" girl, thank you
Firewall
for
at
the
the
20.
ready.
Thank you for the $20 donation. And Spot Me, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Thank y'all so much. Let's go. Oh my gosh, y'all are so incredibly wonderful. Thank you. That gets us up to $170 raised for the Stonewall Community Foundation. I have to put on more stickers. I'll be adding your names to our trans pride flag. Let me get this going here. So you summon your firewall. She pulls out her stun baton, and as you go to like pull it up, the stun baton actually like stops at your firewall, and you hear like the sizzling crackling of electricity, and you watch as that stun baton starts to slowly poke a hole in your firewall. And she looks you dead in the eye, and you watch as her eyes kind of like light with a little bit of like the flash of the electricity, and she says, "Do you really think this is the first time I've breached a firewall?"
It's called setting boundaries, and it is the basis of a healthy relationship. And then I'm just gonna kick her.
Roman, thank you for the $5 donation as well. Oh my god. And so you deliver. So go ahead and do some violence for me.
Okay.
I love that the head of security was like all about making this like a really dramatic, sexy moment, and Les was just like, "I'm not having this," and just Sparta kicks.
Yeah, Sparta kicks. Well, I kind of Sparta kick. It's an 8.
Okay, so I'll say that she is just able to make it past the firewall, and as you kick, the baton kind of like hits at your arm for a second, and causes your firewall to drop as you manage to kick her. She goes careening into the balcony there, and as she tumbles past it for a second, she kind of like grabs onto the edge there, and as she goes to say something, all of a sudden one of the security drones flies by and like snatches her up from the back of her dress, and she starts being like carried away in the air, and you take a second and you look over, and Agent San Diego has pulled out like a little like set of like controls and has hacked into the security drone and is using it to like fly Gretchen around the area.
God, I'm gonna run up to San Diego. Like, San Diego, earlier this evening, I thought I had a moment with a drone. Was that was that you?
San Diego kind of she kind of like stops for a second, and she pulls off the eye patch, and there is another eye patch underneath. She's all about reveals that like aren't actually effective,
love that.
like because it's more of the same.
Yeah.
And so she like dramatically pulls off the eye patch, and she like shakes her hair out for a second. She goes, "It's always me."
Wow. And I'm gonna turn back and look at Celeste, and be like, "Is this a like,
And we're just like,
Yeah, it's a little weird, but bestie, like it's cool, it's hot, she's into you. Go for it.
okay, I go for a kiss.
You go for a kiss?
Yeah, I go for a kiss.
So this introduces one of my favorite silly mechanics in the game. When you kiss somebody during a dramatic moment, for the remainder of the scene, each of you gets a +1 forward to make sure that the other makes it out as well. And any actions to protect each other gain an additional +1. So
yes.
you kind of like stop for a second, and San Diego like pulls you in, and you watch as they look like they're gonna go in for a kiss, and they spin you around, and they set your hands on the drone controller, and then they put their hands around yours. And then they like lean over your shoulder, and you look back at yours, and she stops for a second and she goes, "Well, let's make a little bit of mischief, shall we?" And you dramatically kiss as you press forward, and you watch as like this moment like slows down, and like the fireworks blazing overhead shine down past the windows, and then the drone flies by carrying Gretchen, flailing dramatically as you two were just kissing on
Yes.
this 3rd floor balcony. And it is
I
only
am.
broken when Gretchen collides into the suspended pedestal in the center of the room that is bearing the remaining book of the first printing of She Who Shall Not Be Named bestseller. As Gretchen collides into it, the glass shatters, the security beacons start flailing around, everything starts flashing red, and you watch as that book starts colliding slowly in slow motion down to the ground. And as it's turning through the air, you all look and see it too is completely empty.
That one
And as
is
it
blank too.
crashes to the ground, all of a sudden, all of these security measures stop.
Weird.
Well, that's sad.
The drones crash to the ground.
Oh shoot. Was that me? I was distracted from flying the drone. Like pick up the controls.
San Diego kind of like stops for a second, like comes back from the moment, and like looks down and is like, "I don't." They're like, "I don't understand." And they look down, and Gretchen kind of like picks herself up, and says, "What, boss? Boss, what's going on here? I don't understand." And you see all of a sudden a like a little entryway pops open at the end of the entryway, and one of those little talking speakers slowly slides out on an arm out into the center of the room, and you hear that same dark voice say, "Well, I expected the lesbians to send individuals. I had no idea they would send such skilled agents.
Well, I mean, I did get a sword stuck in a wall, so
You
Be
hear
honest, I
agent you
surprised
hear
myself.
Agent San Diego just like, yeah, actually they're all newbies. You totally got like completely trounced by like completely
Yeah,
new people.
I actually spent a portion of this mission crying on the ground.
She
you're
did, but
actually
it was
just
wonderful and discovering.
trash. It was a very big moment of self-discovery,
Mhm.
bestie, and I think you
Thank
should
you.
own up to that and like really excuse me.
You
I
actually
think you should
I love that. That's canon. I don't know what's I
you
feel like you
actually
probably have like a feather boa or something that's just being like,
you
oh.
actually
It's your
you,
skirt
you
just
actually
flying
you
up.
actually hear far down at the first floor pushing her way out of some bodyguards. You hear, yeah, they totally spent some time crying on the ground. I have video of it. LinkedIn and I are gonna share it later.
shut
It's
the
Okay,
called
fuck up
y'all.
personal
for.
growth. Fuck you. Um,
Exactly. It is personal growth. Do not let that stupid, ugly bitch. Well, I mean, she's identical to you, so she's not ugly, but she's ugly in her heart. Do
is.
not let that stupid, ugly bitch get you down because you are a very powerful piece of programming and
Thank you.
you should own all of your strengths and your weaknesses because they make you whole.
You
Anyway,
also got
if
to
I
fly a drone out of love.
and you
And
did, and you made out with a hot spy lady.
Victories. Victories.
Victories. If I don't get a bottle of Perrier right now, I'm gonna flip out.
And
Go find
that
one.
same maid woman who was chasing after the tumbleweed walks by and is like, "I'm so sorry. The waiters that they hire here are terrible. Here." And out of nowhere just cracks open a bottle of Perrier and hands it to you.
Thank you. Thank you. When my assistant comes back on the gondolier or whatever, I'm gonna make sure you get the biggest fucking tip in the whole wide world.
She's like, "Thank you. It's really hard to find good help these days." And she just goes off cleaning, and like you watch as she starts sewing the bits of cut fabric from y'all's whirling dervishes with your swords. She's like
Wait,
actively
are you good
repairing
at
things.
social media?
Look, she goes, "I occasionally use Facebook to comment on my daughter's pictures of like my
oh
grandkid."
no,
You know
they're
what?
terrible.
Never mind. You're not the demographic I'm looking for. However, however, I will make sure that you get a better job than this.
Just thanks. This place is terrible. She's a bitch, and she just points directly to the speaker. And you hear Gretchen say, "Yeah, no, I'm sorry. One, I'm really excited we got to fight. I'm kind of sad that you ended up with the hot spy. I thought we kind of had a. I was trying to hit you. Never
No,
mind.
no,
That's
no.
a
You were
toxic
super
start to
hot.
our
No, no, no.
relationship."
No, that's actually how most relationships start, statistically,
No.
according to my analysis. But the thing is, you work for a turf, and that makes you complicit. So fuck this bullshit. San Diego's way cooler.
And like as you say that, San Diego just goes, "Thanks," and flick. Holy shit! Blink Dog, thank you for $100 donation.
Yo!
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. Um. Wow. Holy shit!
Yay!
Thank you. As this happens, you actually hear the speaker chime in and say, "It's okay, Gertrude." And she goes, "Gretchen! My name is Gretchen! You're a terrible, shitty person. I don't understand how you can be such a hateful bitch. Just stop. My name is Gretchen. It's not that hard. You sign paychecks. You know my name." And you watch as she pulls out her stun baton and like whips it around and throws it directly at the loudspeaker, and it like sinks in and it starts electrocuting it, and you hear, "You haven't heard the last of me."
Get her, Jade.
Fuck. That got me.
And
Okay.
Gretchen just stops and lets out like this like loud yell, and it just like echoes through the room. And even people downstairs, all of a sudden you hear the voice of Jeremy once more go like, "Proud of you for standing up for yourself, Gretchen. Let's go." Like
We love a redemption arc.
really faintly from a corner. Um,
Hell yeah, Jeremy.
and you watch
Go, Jeremy.
you watch Gretchen just kind of
I
like
would die
stop.
for Jeremy.
Gretchen stops and composes herself and walks along, says, I'm really, really sorry. That awful, awful woman hasn't been relevant in fucking years, and yet continues to cling to some semblance that she matters. Everything in here is fake as fuck. She uses LinkedIn as a security program.
Oh no.
Actually, I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
Oh no.
Hold on. Be like, so I am sorry that we did not were able to make this work. But let's be honest, you were only interested in me physically because we did not have a chance to connect emotionally. And I'm like, hey, more. I want to try and set her up.
Yes.
More
True
walks
deserves
up.
love.
More walks up. They both take one look at each other. There's like a little bit of a pause, and then almost in perfect unison, both of them go, "Yeah, I can work with this." And they like grab hands and they like go to like walk out and join the rest of the party. Gretchen like turns and stops and like kind of like runs back to you all and says, this isn't over. Like she isn't a public person anymore. She can't be after this. There's way too many people that saw what she tried to do, but nobody knows where she actually is. Nobody knows what she's actually doing, but I can only imagine that this is just the beginning. And she kind of like looks over at Agent San Diego and says, "The lesbians might want to get ready." And you see Agent San Diego kind of like look over at the three of you and says, "Don't worry. I think we have a little bit more backup now."
Party.
I have a long lifespan. I'm here for fun.
I will do literally anything you say, San Diego. Um,
San Diego stops us like, "Ooh, we're gonna talk about that one. That's nope."
Yeah, San
No.
Diego, please. My beautiful sweet friend here is informed only by her dating simulator programming, and really needs like a refresher and maybe some therapy.
We definitely have some therapy programs that we can integrate into her AI.
Yeah, can you just like download therapy?
Can you?
I'll have to look into that. I think too much therapy might actually counteract all of my programming and neutralize me.
Well, we
Because
don't want that. Just like
imagine
keep
having
us
a dating
safe.
simulator with only healthy. There would be no dating simulator.
That is
Um,
true. I did play Doki Doki.
I did too.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but maybe a little bit of therapy and room for one healthy relationship is a start.
Oh, baby steps. I support you.
Also, have you ever seen that scene in The Matrix? We can totally download you with Kung Fu.
I would love to learn Kung Fu.
This is so useful.
And you all are able to enjoy the rest of your evening, having reclaimed this gala for queer people and just like actual fucking allies and supporters for the entire evening. You've like reclaimed this entire manor home. Y'all have a fabulous party. What do y'all do for the remainder of your evening here? How do each of you enjoy your party?
I first and foremost, I find somebody to open this fucking bottle of Perrier for me because I cannot do that. And then I find a very hot and very tall woman to listen to, get bored of, and then move on from.
I love how you're the one educating me about healthy practices. Okay.
What does Dove do with the remainder of their evening?
So Dove opens the Perrier before going off. and so just she's enjoying dancing and spinning and singing to herself, but stopping to talk to each person and letting them know how beautiful they are in their outfits and being amazing. And it's just like, oh, your dress is so lovely, and as are you. Please have a lovely night, and dance, dance, dance. Next person, and just affirmations and dancing all
I
night.
love that.
Affirmations and dancing. Let's go. And how does Less Than Three spend the evening with Agent San Diego?
Okay. I sneakily find someone who managed to bring in a smartphone, and then I download a tango, and learn how to tango and salsa. And I want you to know that I don't give a shit what's playing. It can be fucking Drake. Like
Oh no.
me and my mood
From like somewhere in the manor home turned club, from somewhere in the manor home, somebody like sees this start to go down. It's Jeremy. Jeremy sees this start to go down and is like, this needs to be a thing. And so Jeremy purposefully walks over and like undoes a control panel in the wall and like trips a few wires so that all of the security red lighting turns on in the main entryway. And then hooks up the aux cable to his phone because sure, why not? And Jeremy plays the Moulin Rouge cover of El Tango de Roxanne. And
Yes. Oh my God.
immediately this very sensual tango between this sentient dating sim AI and this hot lesbian spy begins erupting all over the dance floor. And people like get into it. People start pairing up and dancing themselves. Joining in with the tango. And of course, it's that musical number, so like everybody knows the moves. But Less Than and Agent San Diego were still like the stars, so they're doing like all the special tricks. As opposed to
I like tell
just
Jeremy, I'm like, please keep the spotlight on me. This is the support I expect from allies.
Jeremy is actively hacking the lights as they go so that the security lights keep following you.
Yes.
And
This is the only kind of allyship I care for. Jeremy can hang.
Jeremy, get in here.
Jeremy,
And
yes.
the camera pans up all the way out of the top of the manor home to a security drone. And we watch as the security drone is watching all of this happen. And then as the camera pulls up, mounted atop the security drone, is a small little vocal speaker box. And the security drone turns and flies off into the moonlight away from the manor home. We then cut to the credit sequence of our stream, where we see Celeste firing their assistant and hiring the maid from the manor home as their assistant, who always has bottles of Perrier at the ready and opened. And she doesn't care enough about her own social media, so she is able to perfectly manage Celeste's social media because she doesn't care about it at all. She's like, I don't spend time on this. That's fine. We cut to Dove, who is delivering very peaceful affirmations to like Grand Council security briefings and is spreading the word of the nefarious deeds of she who shall not be named, and how there needs to be a global lookout for this terrible and nefarious individual. But like, also, that's a really, really beautiful suit. Fantastic. Good job. And then we cut to a moment between Agent San Diego and Less Than in a training room, and Agent San Diego delivers this like fabulous like flip through the air, and then like stops, hand out, and just does the like to Less Than, and then all of a sudden we see Less Than leap into the air in the like Trinity Matrix kick-ass pose, like as the camera swirls, and then it smash cuts to the silhouettes of the three of you in your Charlie's Angels kick-ass pose.
Yes.
And the logo of LSBNs splashes across the screen.
Oh yeah.
And that brings us to the conclusion of our game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians, everybody.
Amazing. Why do I have a real crush on San Diego now?
Okay,
I feel like there's gonna be a sequel.
here's
Yeah.
the thing. As a queer individual that is primarily like gay based and that like attracted to like masc individuals, I never know whether or not I want to be Carmen San Diego or be with Carmen San Diego, and I feel like
Yes, the
that's just
bisexual
accurate.
struggle.
I feel like that's just
Like-
accurate. So I get it. I totally understand. But before we do some absolutely fantastic outros and introductions for all of our cast members, I would like to say a huge, huge thank you. One, Blink Dog Swarm, thank you for that incredible $100 donation and for those incredibly kind words. I want you to know that that is exactly why we do what we do. This community and all of these communities of these incredible content creators around me, it is so that we have places where we are allowed to be who we are. It is where we celebrate everything that makes us us. It is where we do not shy away from how important our lives and our identities are. And I am so, so incredibly grateful to you and everybody who donated tonight, everybody who just came in and watched. That matters just as much. Raising awareness and being around and helping celebrate everything that we do, that matters just as much as every dollar donated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to have our fantastic players tell you a little bit about themselves and where we can find them when they are not here being absolutely fabulous as all hell. And we're going to start things off, as we started things off earlier, with the wonderful Ludabelle.
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Lulu, otherwise known as Ludabelle. I'm a non-binary lesbian content creator. I do variety streams. I have a community full of ding-dongs and goblins who would sell me to Satan for a single Slim Jim. And, yeah, I was Celeste this evening, and I hope you guys enjoyed her because I had a lot of fun with her. And, popcorn.
Devil's Luck Gaming, thank you for coming on in. Hello, hello. Welcome on in, everybody, from Devil's Luck Gaming. We just finished up our session of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. We had an absolutely fantastic time. Thank you on in for the follows and the raids. Welcome on in, everybody. We are here playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians as we are raising money for the Stonewall Community Foundation, and you can still help make a difference tonight. So you can help donate. We are doing a week of streams dedicated to the Stonewall Community Foundation for the Transgender Day of Visibility that is coming up on the 31st. So come on in. This has been an absolutely fantastic time. Tonight, everybody, our game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians saw our heroes attend a gala dedicated to She Who Shall Not Be Named and their best-selling novel. our heroes helped lead a heist where we decided we were going to be gay and do crime and fuck up She Who Shall Not Be Named's reputation by stealing from her and ruining this gala. We turned it absolutely queer. We had sentient dating sim AI flirt with their ex LinkedIn. We had the dating sim AI end up with a secret spy agent themed after Carmen Sandiego. And at the end of the day, we completely ruined the gala with gay, chaotic energy. And we raised over $200 for Stonewall Community Foundation today. So let's freaking go. Welcome on in, everybody. If this is your very first time in the channel, my name is Wesselhausen. I am a queer, non-binary content creator here on Twitch. I often do tons of D&D and tabletop RPG content with a very heavy queer and inclusive focus and emphasis. So thank you all for stopping on in with us this evening. And next in line from our fabulous players, we have the fabulous Spiced Illustrations.
Hi, everybody. My name's Elia, aka Spice, and I am an artist, illustrator, gremlin here on Twitch and social media. You can catch me on my channel drawing things and talking a lot and just having fun. And yeah, I hope y'all can come hang out sometime. Thanks for having me, Wes.
Thank you, thank you. This is so completely fantastic. Every time we get to roll dice together, Elia, it is always an absolute pleasure. And Lulu, I'm glad that we got to finally get to roll some dice again. We did get to during our last week of Trans Pride streams. Ghoulie, thank you for that $20 donation, getting us to over $300 raised. Let's go. But Lulu, I am so glad that we were able to make it work schedule-wise to be able to roll some dice again. And we are going to have to see what happens with the LSBNs. And see where we go from here with this fantastic story. That brings us to the third fabulous player, my chaotic other half, the absolutely fantastic No Man.
Hello. Hi, I'm a D&D streamer, and I do a lot of homebrewing, map making, and generally blurst creations. I am definitely like I think I'm gonna be streaming for like another just like 30 minutes or something because I need to make this dating sim character into a warforged because she is now canon in my campaign. Um,
Wow.
my campaign is called Be Gay, Do Crime, so and it's a rotating cast of queer streamers sent on various missions by the Alphabet Mafia to further the gay agenda through illegal means. It's a vibe.
It really is. I love it.
And I'm actually really excited. I am going to be on Be Gay Do Crime on Tuesday. Finally get to come join the table again and have some fun. So really looking forward to that. And everybody, actually, next Wednesday and Thursday, to round out the Turf Wars 2 series, we have the titular event itself, Beyond Thunderdome. Gnome Ann and I will be hosting a 6-player Dungeons & Dragons PvP Battle Royale series, where the first day, our players are going to be taking part in skilled minigames akin to the challenges that one would face in, say, Guts, or Legends of the Hidden Temple, or American Gladiators. And then the top-ranking players will move on to Thursday's Battle Royale finale, where they will be competing against one another to see who will be crowned the champion of Beyond Thunderdome. It is going to be absolutely absurd. It is going to be gay as fuck.
It's gonna be camp as all hell.
Camp as
So
all
ready.
hell. Anne and I are going to be your best and most gay as hell ringside announcers from WWE the entire time as we lead, DM, and cheer on the players in this absolute ridiculous thing. And similar to tonight's donation incentives, you are going to be able to donate those evenings and affect the games themselves. You're going to get to pick who has to take part in different challenges. You're going to get to give, you're going to get to be able to give inspiration and rerolls to players. You can introduce traps and hazards into the battlefields, similar to, say, Hunger Games, where all of a sudden giant tidal waves or acid pits or whirling blades will erupt from the battlefield and affect the players. It is going to be absolutely ridiculous, and my favorite part is all of it is going to be very American Gladiators, so all of the weapons are like Nerf swords or like felt tip bow and arrows. These special spells that people can cast are just like the plastic ball pit balls with the spell written on it that they throw at people. And we're going the full nine. Like, absolutely ridiculous, and camp is all hell, and it's all going to be the conclusion of our charity series for a great cause. So please come and join us then. Our next charity series here on this channel, or our next charity stream for this series, is going to be Sunday evening, or actually Sunday all afternoon into evening. I'm going to be doing a long community day stream where folks will be able to donate and do things like my makeup, be able to choose the games that we play, be able to create more D&D content, and allow yourself to get a magic item or a spell or a subclass designed specifically for you live on the air. We're going to do everything we can Sunday to raise as much money as possible heading into next Wednesday and Thursday. Blink Dog, thank you so much for all of the gift subs and all of the support. Everybody with all of the fantastic raids and hype that we had for tonight's game. Thank you all so much. It means so much. We raised over $200 tonight alone, bringing us to over $300 raised for Stonewall Community Foundation. This means the world to me. This means the absolute world to me. This is why I do what I do. And this is why I love to be able to work with such amazing, amazing folks like Lulu, like Elliot, like Anne. To be able to just be who we are, be weird and chaotic and gay as fuck, and celebrate that. So thank you all so much. We are going to go to a break screen and find somebody wonderful for us to raid this evening. But thank you so much. It really means the world. And I will be back Sunday fundraising. Please go find all of these wonderful folks. Please go find all of these amazing folks. Give them so much love. And I will see you all Sunday. Have a lovely evening, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.